Wilderness. For the due seasons we shall reap if we think not. Let us not be weary in wilderness. Good Wednesday morning, YouTube. How you guys doing today? I'm doing fine. I wanted to do a Wednesday call-in show. Today we did one Monday. It was very interesting. It was very enlightening. We found out a lot of things that were going on because we know the block is still hot around these YouTube streets. So on the show this morning, I wanted to present the show in order for you guys to, as a means, for anybody that wants to call in and speak their piece. You may have a grievance with another YouTuber. You may have something that's on your heart that you want to release. There's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of anger. There is a lot of misunderstanding going on in these streets. We have you know what? You know what? Let me start this chat box before I start my sermon for the Wednesday morning. We're going to talk about sirens a little bit. Like I said, we are also going to have a call-in show, but also I want to let you guys listen to one thing in particular, maybe two, but you're going to know why it is that Mona is singing a siren song, and a lot of people are falling for it. A lot of people are falling under the spell. You guys might not know what a siren is. Like I said, let me start the chat box. And as I start my chat box, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that number one, just to let me know that you could hear me. I'm on this different microphone. Every time I do a call-in show, I have to use my different microphone. Oh shoot, that's not the right thing already. Messing up already, y'all. And so I never know if the volume is correct or not. So yeah, that's why I want you guys to hit the number one to let me know if you can hear me. And if you can, I will be happy to increase the volume, because we always want to be I always want you guys to be able to hear me. I'm sorry, I'm focusing on this chat box. I know it's an issue with me. I know I'm still saying it, and I should be used to setting it up by now. Oop, that's the wrong thing. But I'm still not. I'm always clicking the wrong buttons. And hopefully we won't have any technical difficulties this morning like we did the last time. Hopefully. You know what I mean? But who knows? The last time it was the problem was my internet box. It was storming, and the box just blanked off on me. I was like, what in the world? What's going on here? Good morning, Samantha Graziano. Pieces Chick. Good morning. Good morning, Kamiko. J Love. Good morning. Comment section. Good morning. D Jefferson. Good morning. I don't see any of my mods here yet. So yeah, we're gonna give some people some time to enter the room. Hopefully they've gotten the notification, and hopefully they will be tuning in soon. But in the meantime and in between time, could somebody please hit the number one if you guys could hear me clearly? I would appreciate that. And also, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button on your way in the door, I would also appreciate that. And thank you so much ahead of time. So yeah. I hope you guys are going to have a good Wednesday. I don't see anybody hitting the number one, so I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Are we just sitting here? What's going on? I don't know. If you guys can hear me, please hit the number one to let me know that you can hear me, okay? Let me call Brandy. And she'll let me know if she can hear me or not. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I guess we're having some technical difficulties this morning, evidently. I don't know what's going on here. Is the box working? Brandy, are you logged in yet? I'm already logged in, and I wanted to know because I don't have anybody else moderating. Oh, can you log in and moderate for me? And also, when you log in, can you hit the number one? Huh? You about to type me something? Oh, you mean on the in the comment section? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think a lot of people got the notification yet. I don't. I think that's why Kareem is not here yet. I don't know why they send these notifications. It's crazy. Yeah, so I'm not getting the notifications, and nobody else is either. Sorry about this, guys. I'm on the phone with Brandy, so you can hear me. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna hang up. Thanks for coming in, because like I said, I didn't have anybody else moderating, and I wanted to go on and start the show. Okay. Hello. I guess you hung up. Okay. Anyway, guys, now that I know you guys can hear me, thank you for saying that. Because I don't want to have to talk and then talk all over again, start all over again because people couldn't hear me. So anyway, this morning we are going to talk about the siren. Do any Okay, in case you don't know what a siren is a mythical creature that is supposed to be, it's like a mermaid, right? That's where the tale of the mermaid come from. Some of them, good morning, Diaries of Emoji. Some people call them mermaids. Some people call them sirens. But the mermaid is a watered down version of the tale of the siren. And the tale of the siren comes from it's an old wives' tale, if you will, that fishermen started. They say that they would see this beautiful fish woman, and she would sing to them, and when she sung to them, on the Starbucks cup, right? And when she said, yes, on the Starbucks cup, you're right about that, J Love. You're right about that. Thanks for saying it. So she would sing to them, and they would fall under this spell because of the not necessarily the song, but the sound of her voice. And when she would sing to them, what she was doing was putting them under a spell, and they would have to do, like anything they wanted her to do. Take somebody's life, take their own life. Good morning, Rachel. And they would just fall under her spell, and it would drive them crazy. Them trying to find her in order to hear this song just one more time. It's like they're going to die. It's like if you got a crush on somebody, or you're in love with somebody, you constantly want to hear their voice. You want to be around them. You know what I mean? You're really obsessing over them. So a lot that's pretty much what a siren is. And then I was comparing this. I was thinking about the conversation that I heard, the video that I heard from what's the fella's name? Matt Milam or Milam or something like that. And anyway, if you don't know what's going on with that situation, I think he was on Seven's platform, maybe telling his story. Mona told a version of the story. And what's going on with Matt Milam? Well, first of all, just let me say that I asked him to come on the show this morning. Well, I put a comment under his video. I don't think he responded, because I was going to talk about his situation from what I know of his situation anyway. That's what I wanted to talk. That's why I wanted to talk to him directly. I heard his video. I heard two videos, and he basically said, in the first video, he was telling what happened between him and Mona Symone. Good morning, Auntie. Good morning, the chick channel. That chick channel. She says, "Good morning, Auntie. I've been patiently waiting for your take on all of this. And I just want you doing my morning cleanup, but still listening. Thank you, emoji, EJ. No, I don't know why I'm saying emoji. Anyway, y'all. So I don't know if you guys have heard Matt's story as it pertains to Mona Symone, right? But he made a video the other day, and I heard that he went on Seven's channel as well. He was telling his story. After he told his story, Mona Symone, I guess she told him that he needs to take his video down or whatever. He made another video saying that he wasn't going to take the video down, and now she's doing this whole press run telling her side of the story. Because in his story, it was a very interesting story. He basically says that he was a part of the Brain Nation, and And during over the course of him being a part of the Brain Nation, he gave Mona monies upwards of $8,000. Mona said that he gave her less than $20,000. So I'm gonna say between $8,000 and $19,000 that he gave her. I also heard it one. Now, mind you, I didn't listen to Seven's interview with him, so I'm going off of his video. Right, the comment section says I saw it. She bulldozed through him, tried to bully him by threatening to sue. She can't sue him. I hope he's not going for that. But he said he wasn't going to be quiet on that second video. Rachel said, why is Mona always creeping in everybody's chat? I don't know. You'd have to ask Mona that. But anyway, let me tell y'all. So he says that, he felt for her. He felt her plight. And he would give her he started giving her money. Now, I also heard Mona on another channel saying that at one point in time, I don't know if it was the first time he gave her money, but at one point in time, she was mentioning that she had to pay her bills, because she had her, invisible injury or whatever. I guess her bills was coming due, and he sent her $3,000 at one time, and a lot of people were saying on the side note, and I guess that's one of many thousands of dollars I'm assuming that he sent her, but she recalled that in particular, she said that they were in some type of relationship, or he thought they were in some type of relationship, but what she did was finesse him. Some people were saying that she scammed him out of money. She didn't scam him out of no money. She finessed him out of that money. Do you see what I'm saying? And if you're a grown woman, and we are both in our 40s, but if you are a grown woman, you know that a grown man is not giving you that amount of money for nothing at all, simply just to talk to you, simply just to be online friends with you. Do you see what I'm saying? He is expecting some sort of relationship with you, because somebody don't give you, anybody doesn't, especially a man, ain't gonna give you that type of money for nothing. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm assuming that she led him on in some kind of way. Do you see what I'm saying? And eventually he caught on, or either he got tired of waiting what he thought he was waiting for what he thought he was paying for. He also mentioned that he lost his mom. I don't know if he lost his mom and his dad. I can't figure out if this was insurance money that he was giving her, or if he owns some kind of business, he got some kind of money or something. But whatever it was, he did funnel those monies to her. He was grieving both parents at the same time. He was searching for a friend. Yes, absolutely. He was reaching out. And the reason why I say Mona is singing the siren song is also the reason why I said that she finessed him out of that money, because sometimes people, when they want to finesse you, especially if they're a sociopath or narcissistic, do you see what I'm saying? Number one, they don't have no feeling for you. And number two, she talked to him long enough to where she knew that he was grieving. He said he worked in the tech field. Okay, thank you, Miss 50. She knew that he was grieving. She knew that he was trying to connect with somebody. And Mona was singing in her sweet voice. Y'all know when she get into to that Mona Symone voice and that very I care about you voice, I love you voice. I told you the other day that she was the talented Mr. Ripley. Okay, he is not the only one. There is another person out there that said she finessed them out of 3K. Is that right? That chick channel? Wow. Good morning, Ask April. Well, she's been doing this for a while. Do y'all remember when Mona said that she had a stalker found her and came to her house? Maybe the reason why that Mona is a predator, she preys on. Yes, she does prey on vulnerable people. Hypnotizing. Yes, she does, Nessa. If you at a low point in your life, you'll fall for somebody like her because you don't have anybody else, and she makes you think that she cares about you, and she cares about your plight, but she really just cares about your pockets. I loved how you told her to her face how manipulative. Yes, I actually tried to help her the Monday when we did the when we did the call in. I tried to give her a platform to come clean, but she don't want to come clean. She just want to keep doing, what she doing. Do you see what I'm saying? Jaded Nerve giving 3 to 4K. Is that right? Ask April. Well, I remember when that Jaded Nerve guy was defending her at one point in time. So has he left the cult as well? You know who Mona reminds me of? She reminds me of the female version of Nature Boy. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what she reminds me of. The female version of Nature Boy. I don't know if you guys have heard of Nature Boy, but he's all over Instagram. Well, he was over Instagram. I heard he got put off of Instagram. But he's all over YouTube with the carbonation videos, and he calls us living out here in the world Babylon, and he lives he's in another country over there in Brazil or somewhere, and he gets people to come over there, and the first thing you do when you come over there is you have to give him like all your money and all your your belongings and all this and all that. But a little while ago, Nature Boy was under fire for finessing this man out of his insurance money, and there was an attorney going after Nature Boy online and stuff. I don't know if she took it offline, trying to get him to give this man this insurance money back because he gave Nature Boy several $1,000s. Do you see what I'm saying? Thank you, that chick. Oh, I'm sorry. She admitted it last night. It's going to come out. Well, she trying to talk around it. Do you see what I'm saying? But Ming, those people that defected from her ex moderators that are closer, especially Ming and Tsunami, they are going to get her. They are trying to get her a little bit at a time. Do you see what I'm saying? But they might be a little bit afraid of her threats as well. They may or may not be. I don't know. But at first, when they came on Savage Channel, the reason why I was so irritated with them this past weekend is because they were still trying to play nice. You can never play nice with a sociopath. You can't play nice with Mona Symone. You can't do that. You can't let her bully or intimidate you, because if you do, you're going to fall for the siren song. Okay, you're going to be finessed up out of your whole mind. Okay? And like I said, I gave her a platform, and I also, he's in Mexico now. He got deported from Costa Rica. Is that right, Samantha? I'm not surprised. The reason she readily showed her driver's license as proof of her name is she likely legally changed it. The license picture was up. I think it was a fake ID. I went back and looked at it. I think that was a fake ID. People get fake IDs all the time. Okay, that is not proving nothing to me. Okay, you can fool some of the people some of the time. You can't fool all the people all the time, and very rarely can you fool me. All right, honey, that wasn't nothing but a fake ID. That's all. I am not impressed. All right. Auntie, have you thought about doing an expose? I think you would be fine. Expose who? Who, Mona? I've been exposing Mona for at least a month and a half or two. But people are just now, finally catching on to what I was telling me. Not only me, but what a couple of us were telling them. What a couple of us were speaking out and saying about Mona. About a month ago. Me and Mona got into it. Was it last month? A month before last? Because she was throwing slick shots at me. And, of course, she's the eternal victim. She'll hit you first and hide her hand and then turn around and say, I did nothing. I'm innocent. I don't know why she's coming for me like this. I don't know what's going on. I've never did anything but try to love people. Girl, stop. But anyway, getting back to the subject, I'm going to play this little audio for you guys from Ming the Merciless's channel, right? She's saying a couple of very interesting things. The reason why and I'm not going to play the whole video. If you guys are going to have to go to her page because she has a page and listen to her whole video. She overtalks to side. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She does do that to comment section. Kickback with Key says, yes, it's crazy how many can't see it. Yes, it's a lot of people. Those people that she got over there now, Leah, at one point of Ming's video, which I'm going to play for y'all, Ming says that the reason why she's brought in Leah, and now the reason why Leah is her number one is because she's giving money. And she says Leah has given all of them money. Do you see what I'm saying? A lot of them, the ex-brand members as well as Mona. So, of course, she's going to bring her in and have her as her number one now. But, first it was Nami. Nami said, I can't do this. Nami said, I can't do that. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, not illegal. You're right. But it's not a good look. Yes, it says a lot about your character. Do you see what I'm saying? No, it's not illegal. Like I said, there's a difference between a scam uh and finessing somebody out their money. And if you're a woman, you know very well how to finesse a man out of anything. Okay? Now come on now. Really? Kamiko said Mona's defense mechanism is to attempt to harass and threaten in order to shut up the. Yeah, it don't work for me. It worked for some people though. It don't work for me. She ain't no big bad wolf running around here. All right, just let me say. All right, her bark ain't even bad. All right. That chick channel Chanel said, I think if Ming and the other ladies actually do a TKO, it might bring Mona down. They know where all the. Yes, Ming said on her channel that they got receipts. They said she's the queen of Photoshop. They said a whole lot of stuff. I'm gonna let y'all listen to a little bit of this video, but you can go to her channel to listen to the rest of it. People are paying attention now because people are speaking up. Yeah, but they weren't paying attention to me at first in particular because, you know, I'm just a crazy old lady. I don't know nothing. You see what I'm saying? Wouldn't work for me either. But yes, absolutely. I agree with that comment section. But anyway, let me try to bring up this video so y'all can hear what Ming has to say, and we'll dissect it. Good morning, Blackberry. Yes, but like I said, as far as Milam or Milam or whatever his name is, I put like I said, he was in my the comment section the other day, and I asked him under that second video if he would like to come on. He didn't respond. I'm assuming he don't want to come on. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's fine. And you know, I've asked Ming them to come on before too, but the invitation, you know, it's eternal. If ever they feel like they want to come on. But I think that good morning, slip into this. I think that Ming might be trying to you know, expose Mona a little bit of time on her own page, which is absolutely fine because Ming really feels hurt by Mona because she felt like her and Mona were really friends. The problem is Mona can't be friends with nobody. Okay, Mona can't even be friends with herself. All right, she's totally disconnected from any type of real emotion. And that is the way she's able to finesse so many people in the first place. I'm just saying. Could you guys please hit the like button on your way in the door? I would appreciate it so much. Thank you. So anyway, Miss 50 says Mona basically bashed, scared, and threatened him yesterday on that call to the point to where he was apologizing to her. Wow. That's why I wanted him to come on my show because I really want to get a good understanding of what's going on with him. And I really can't tell by that video. I really have to talk to him. Do you see what I'm saying? I really would like to talk to him, you know, because, you know, he's really hurt, you know, and he does need somebody. Do you see what I'm saying? And you can, and also I felt like he was undergoing some type of depression, maybe. Like I said, I would have to talk to him more. I really can't tell that much by that video. As April says, Miss Olivia, I want to let you in your chat know I never victim shamed anyone, and I did apologize if I was wrong about that lady being mentally challenged. I just wasn't going to argue in the comments. Oh, okay. Yes, when he apologized, I knew she was. You knew what she was just saying. I don't see why he apologized. Why do you have to apologize for feeling wronged by somebody, for feeling manipulated by somebody? Why do you have to apologize? That's why he needs somebody to talk to. Do you see what I'm saying? And I would really like to talk to this man too. And I wish you would call in today, like I really do. You know, but maybe he's not ready. Maybe he didn't hear the. Maybe he didn't. You know, see the invitation, or maybe he just simply doesn't want to. Maybe he's afraid to. You know, maybe he's gonna say what he got to say, make his little videos, and be done with it. You know, everybody don't want to talk to somebody. But I really wish he would call in and talk to me, like I really do. And maybe I can help him in some way. Miss 50 says he's continually apologized to Mona and said he was going to take his. Yeah, he didn't take his video down. He made a second video. And he said he wasn't going to take the video down. Do you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I knew Mona was a fraud months ago. I work in the same field in the same state. Is that right, Nappy Storm? Yeah, Mona a whole hot mess. And she won for her stuff, too. For real. She wrong for the manipulating weak people. You preying on weak people, and God don't like ugly. Okay, and I said, at the beginning of the year, and I also said this last year that we are just on a side note. We are in the age of Aquarius now, and people are being exposed, and nothing you can do or say is going to change that. Do you see what I'm saying? It's nothing that's going to change that. You're not greater than God or the powers that be. Nothing is going to stop you from being exposed. When the universe is tired of you, it's going to give you your karma. Okay? It's going to happen. No matter what you do, no matter how smart you think you are, you still going to bow down to what the universe wants you to bow down to. It's going to happen. You can do it willingly or you can do it by force. But God is God, and He is God alone. And His will is going to be done. So, good morning, Kareem. I was wondering where you were. The chat begged him to leave his videos up. Demi, that's what got me. She needs an apology. Who she thinks she is, old fraud. Yes, I don't know. She hasn't encountered the right one yet. No, she hasn't. Good morning, Miss Olivia in chat, watching in the cut at work. Good morning, Libra Sun Goddess. Good morning. Good morning, Libra Sun Goddess. I went back and saw some of those comments that you was making, and we're gonna have to do a show one morning that you're off so you can come on and tell your story as well, because I saw some of those comments. The man sounds so intelligent. Yes, but even intelligent people need, we all need somebody. No man or woman is a mountain, and he probably doesn't have anybody close to him since he lost his mother and his father, and he was reaching out trying to find somebody to connect with online. Do you see what I'm saying? And so, yeah, that's what happened. From what the caller said about me Monday, not in regards to today. Okay, ask April. But we talking about Mona right now, okay, baby? We ain't talking about your plight right now. I keep getting sidetracked. Good morning. Speaking on at what? Sneaking in at what? Good morning, Kings. Nina. Nappy Storm says, remember when she exposed Tasha K's information, but she was a potential client? That's career suicide. A legit life coach wouldn't do that. Unfortunate he encountered a snake. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's unfortunate. But a lot of people encounter sirens and snakes and finessers, especially on this internet. It's easy to let for the wrong person to latch a hold to you. There are a lot of people that prey on people like this, and that's what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Blackbird says she needs a reality check. She probably threatened not to pay him back if he interview with anyone else. He needs someone to talk to. Yes, he does. Anytime you're ready, Miss Olivia, just let me know. Okay, well, you let me know, baby, when you're ready, because like you said, you're at work now. Uh-huh. Good morning, Olivia. Good morning, Cree. Everyone, do not forget. Yes, the chat is on slow-mo. Thank you. Y'all got my general here now, so you know what I mean? So, yeah, because Kareem and Brandy's here. Oh, Sam's here. Good morning. Sam, are you at work today? I don't know why I be shouting in the microphone when y'all can hear me. Honey, I just get going. No one is seeking Mona coaching. I hope not. She gonna coach him off the side of a ledge after she get all the money out of him. But anyway, let me play this little audio for you guys for me. And I want to play this little audio in particular. And I want you guys to pay close attention. Okay? Because Mona has been trying to say forever that she's not certain things that I have theorized that she is. Something that she's going through. She's not really going through it. And how can you tell this and that from being on camera? Honey, I've been doing what I've been doing for a very long time. Hope you guys are enjoying y'all time. Sam and Kareem. No, ma'am, I'm off. Oh, you off this morning, Samantha. Good. Because, girl, I be needing all I can help I can get. Good morning, Paulette. Ask April said, okay. Samantha said, hey, Brady cousin, I am so happy oh, Kareem, you at home, Sam. That's all right. Anyway, let me try to find this video, and I'm going to go ahead on and play this for you guys. TM said 6 personality. I know she's 6 degrees separated from reality. I tell you that. Let me hold on, y'all. I haven't even I wonder where the phone calls for their conversations. Child. Child. And also, guys, I seen on Mona Symone channel that she is now let me read y'all this community thing that she posted. You know, she's looking for new moderators and stuff now, right? And let me read y'all this, okay? This is from Mona Symone's community page. She said, "My team is handling business, putting together meet and greet plans, organizing meetings, getting the NDAs signed." Did y'all hear that? The NDA. So she is now wanting them to sign non-disclosure agreements. Like she's some big star like Beyonce or something. Get an NDA signed. She says, "Shout out to Leo_Brain, my quote unquote right-hand man and the brains. No beef, our business. For the first time in a while, I feel peaceful. We are looking for new members to join the secret, y'all, secret society. The Secret Society of Critical Thinkers, hashtag the Invisibles. Must hold integrity, be able to move and operate in the strictest of confidence, be a critical thinker and loyal." Wow. 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 So if you don't have anything to hide, why are you requiring people, if they want to join your secret society, to sign a non-disclosure agreement? That is crazy. You on YouTube and you want them to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Really? CD4 says, I don't think she had back surgery. I'm a rehab nurse, and last thing on patient's mind is going, yeah, child, I don't agree with it either. We all know I think it was a whole sham. The whole hospital say all it was a sham. Y'all please hit the like button if you don't mind. Rainbow Soul says, not a secret society. That's what she said. It's on a community feed right now. Run over and look at it. Mona should have a travel ban so that evil doesn't spread. I know that's right. Brandy said, "Wow, if that do not," it does sound shady, doesn't it, Kareem? Blackberry says, "Scammer." Witches coven. Rachel said, "Witches coven." Uh, good morning, Queen. You are absolutely the best. Thank you. Thank you, a little shade. I love. How you doing? You the best too, girl. I saw that video you put up about that woman, that black girl getting beat up by that drunk what was he, a bartender or something? We are absolutely under attack. We're gonna have to talk about that. You know, we're gonna have to talk about that on a future show. But yes, the black woman is absolutely under attack, and we know that we are the only ones that are going to protect us. You know, and then they wonder why. They be like, "Well, why you got to be all aggressive? Why you sound so masculine? Why you this? Why you that? You're not feminine. You da. Honey, we don't have nobody but us." Okay. So yeah. Let me get back to this. Sam says, nowadays you can go buy a hospital gown and a bed at a medical store. You got that right. Yes, you can, Sam. Ask April said that's why she's on all these channels to recruit. Yeah, she's recruiting right now. She is. Matt says she asked them to sign NDAs when she did the cardigan. Is that right? Is that right? Wow, it's fascinating. Demi says she thinks it's Eastern Stars or the Masons. I think so, right? I can't believe people are following. I can't believe people are following it either. You know, I can't. It's so unfortunate. Good morning, D Ramsey. How you doing? Kamiko says Mona is trying to reinvent since her last gig. Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, she's been finessing people out of a whole lot of money. I'm thinking for a lot of years. Okay, so when she's telling people that story about her stalker finding her and coming to her home, I believe it. It's probably somebody she done wrong. You still not sold. I'm not sold on the Cardi B interview anyway, and I don't care what nobody say. I don't think it's real. I don't. Juju says I believe she maybe had a shot in her bird back, but not surgery. The reason, comment section says the reason it's easy for her to recruit is because people want desperately to feel like they matter, and a lot of people want to feel like they belong to something. You know what I mean? A lot of people are trying to latch on to people simply because they don't have nobody else and they're reaching out. You'd be surprised how many alone people there are in this world. Cash App Dollar says Mona doesn't have a clue what integrity is because she has. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Uh-huh. Scamming just huge in Atlanta. Yes, I heard there for instance, so what is her name? The Savages, that girl, that Joyce Lynn Savage, like her dad, and I think he got the younger daughter out scamming men for money and stuff now. And so yeah, they do say it's big in Atlanta. Do you see what I'm saying? But anyway, let me play this little video for you guys. And so yeah, let me find it. Hold on. Because I want you to hear for yourself, uh, what Ming said, what Ming the Merciless said, because she was one of Mona's right hand men at one time, her friend on and offline, and she really hurt this woman, and so yeah, it's just so unfortunate. The whole thing is just so to me. I just cannot. But I'm glad people are now speaking up, and because I told you so. Hold on, guys. Let me find it because I want you guys to hear that. So, yeah, her page is called Ming the Merciless, okay? And I'm just gonna play a little bit of this because I have to hit this.
That's true.
No, you're gonna have to go back to her video. Let me start back right here.
I recognize your name. Wait, there's some.
Hold on, guys. Let me try to find it. I don't want to
in real life and
play the whole video.
But y'all need to get that out of y'all head. That
thank you, Kareem.
Some stuff that got built through social media. No, that woman was my friend, and she screwed me the fuck over, and she thinks it's okay, and she is now
if you can hear it, press the one.
She was the one that actually fucked everybody over. So I just need y'all to take 2 seconds out and realize that this wasn't no social media crap. It definitely wasn't. What Brian Ming is speaking on what has been transpiring with Mona Symone and her crumbling brain nation get comfy and pull up a seatbelt. Right. And that's why I'm putting everything out there. Like, I mean, like I said, you can build a friendship online, but y'all need to understand this was not an online friendship. This wasn't that. You can have a friendship like that, but this was not the type of friendship. This was a real life friendship. And she literally screwed people that she could depend on in real life. And for what? I'm still trying to figure out for what. Like, what are you gaining from this? You literally screwed over people that really, really had you, and you were literally running around YouTube just concocting all type of fairy tales and lies and making yourself look good and making yourself look like the victim. And it's just like, well, at what point do you look in the mirror and realize that maybe we need to sit back and we need to reevaluate ourselves because we're hurting a lot of people. But that just goes to show you, like I told her, you only love yourself. You have no love for everybody else. All this, oh, I love you, you're my friend, you my sister. You didn't mean none of that. You were using people. You use people who had talents and abilities and skills that you can use to build your brand and make yourself look better. And when you sucked us dry and there was nothing left, and or if we pulled you aside to tell you about yourself because we saw that you were acting a way or doing things that weren't conducive to a healthy lifestyle or a healthy business, now we are the bad people and you are the victim. It doesn't work like that because a friend should be able to tell a friend when they fucking up. And if your friend can't tell you when you fucking up, that's not a real friend. As a friend, I'm not supposed to agree with everything you do. Not saying I'm supposed to disagree with everything you do, but understand we're two different people. We have two different opinions. We have two different perspectives of life. So we're not going to always agree. So as a friend, you should be open to constructive criticism because if you have a friend that really loves you, they're going to stop you from doing any damage to yourself. But when we tried to pull her aside privately and tell her that she was on this downward spiral, she told us that we were tripping and we were messed up and we needed to check ourselves versus her actually sitting back and realizing that if multiple people are telling you the same thing, maybe, just maybe, I should sit down and maybe I should take into account what my friends are saying. And she never did that. She never did that. Jabba the Hutt, no. Let me tell y'all something. Let's get this clear right now because I have heard this. Andrea, aka Tsunami, was Mona's personal assistant. She had access to the hotline, the Brain Nation hotline, the new improved Brain Nation hotline that was just for members. She had access to her email, she had access to her web page, and she had access to everything. So you know what I'm saying? If Mona was smart, she would realize that screwing over Andrea could really get her into a bad bind, because Andrea is the one person that does have all the dirt and does have all the underhanded schemes that Mona was out here doing. So for her to try to throw Andrea, aka Tsunami, under the bus, baby, you fucked up there, because she got all the receipts. And if you think she didn't take screenshots of everything while you out here trying to pin everything on Andrea, you need to take a second and step back, baby girl, because in reality, Andrea got enough dirt on you that could run you clean the fuck up off of YouTube, and we will never, ever, ever hear from you ever again, baby. So I need you to think wisely about what you out here saying and what you're doing, because we all know Mona is the Photoshop modification queen, and she will make something look like it's something that it's not. Because, baby, I done seen screenshots of stuff, and I got a screenshot, and I'm like, these screenshots don't even match. What did you do to your screenshot? So we know that she's the modification queen, so don't get it messed up. But, Mona, I'm going to need you to be a little careful, because, baby, Andrea got all the dirt on you, baby. So I'm going to need you to think long and hard about these lies that you out here telling before some shit gonna come out. Now you gonna fuck around and end up having to get a lawyer with the shit that we got on you. So I'm gonna need you to be real careful about the way you think that you finessing people, because baby, you can't finesse a courtroom. Because baby, they can see through all of them photo shots and all of them modifications that you make. You can't pull the stuff in a courtroom that you can pull online. You can't do that. Because they will trace that stuff. They will go and look through this shit, and they'll be able to see that you did modify. So I'm gonna need you to think long and hard. I need you to use that big brain of yours that you got. You need to start thinking smartly, because you're really not thinking smart right now. Yeah, you got to get it together. So I need you to take a long step. Maybe you need to take a step back and get yourself together. Because, baby, there's people out here coming forward that's been sending you drugs and all kind of stuff. Like, don't, Mona, think about it. Just think about it. People are coming. People are coming forward and saying stuff about everything that they're doing for you, because now the tables have been shook, baby. The tables have been shook. And everybody ain't going to ride for you as hard as the people that had knew you for years was riding hard for you. You know what I'm saying? You've been finessing some people you ain't known that long, and they scared as a motherfucker, because they like, I don't want to go down with you. So think these stories ain't started coming forth. Think they haven't. So think long and hard and think wise before everything comes out, and you're going to need to get a lawyer, okay? Be smart about this. This is social media. Be smart about it. It's not that serious. Why you out here trying to look like you the grand diva, the innocent grand diva, ma'am? Don't dig yourself a hole, baby. Don't write a check with your mouth that your ass can't cash. Don't do it. Do not do it.
Wow. Did y'all hear when they mentioned that thing about the drugs?
Like I said,
let me stop right here. Now under that conversation, Ming, I mean not Ming, Tsunami was under the conversation, and this is what she replied to when old girl said that part about the pills. Let me try to find that part again. This is what Tsunami said about that. Hold on, let me find it, y'all. This is what she typed in when she mentioned that part about the pills. But y'all, Mona has been trying to deflect away from the fact that I said that I believe, in my opinion, she's on drugs. From what I saw and the way that she's been acting. Remember, she said no, she a natural girl. She don't do stuff like that. One of the things Tsunami said was this woman was supposed to pay me a salary and never did. This is in the comment section, right? She says, hold on, y'all, I'm trying to find it. She accused me of stealing. That Tsunami said Mona accused her of stealing. She lied on me this entire weekend. That's what Tsunami said about that. She said, hold on, I'm gonna try to find one particular comment that she made Which when the girl said that people were sending her pills, okay? Okay, Brandy said she said her reply was, "We got receipts. Don't piss off the pill pusher." Yeah, that's what she said. That's the one I was trying to find, Brandy. Then I think Brandy sent me a photo. Let me get out of this. Sent me a photo of that. Let me go to my Let me go to my text messages. Yeah, here it is. Tsunami said, "Quote, uh, we got the receipts on that too. Never piss your pill pusher off." Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what she said when Tsunami mentioned uh you know I mean when Ming mentioned the fact that she was on them pills and stuff. But I had been telling you that, and that was one thing, uh just one little thing that I had been saying about Mona. Do you see what I'm saying? Because girl, like I said, you can't fool all the people all the time. Somebody said, Juju said, "Yes, Miss Olivia, you were one of the first to speak out about the drug use, the obvious drug use. It don't take a rocket scientist to see that she owns something. Come on now, really? And I think that is messing with her mentals to the point to where she pushing everybody away. But that's on her. Yeah, she says she's a natural person. That's what she said. Cloud. Good morning, Cloud. By the way, I'm sorry y'all didn't get the notifications. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. You know. But yeah, that's what she said. Did y'all hear that? I knew all along she was on some time. I did too, Sabrina. All along. I mean, like it ain't rocket science. Like, I don't know who you think you fooling, but child, please. TGISMF says, "Why she giving her a warning?" Yes, now that's true. Shut up and just do your do. Shaking my head. These people talk too much. Well, she says she's going to, release a little bit of information at a time. I'm assuming, you know what I mean. But if it was me and she wronged me like that, I would have done showed the receipts, honey. I'd have blown her whole thing out of the water. Do you see what I'm saying? TM says we knew it. Drugs open. Yeah, absolutely. I've been saying that forever. You know, I heard somebody was sending her drugs. That's what Ming, her ex right hand person, her ex best friend said. But I knew that all along. I didn't know that they were sending them to her, but I knew she was getting them some kind of way. You know. So yeah. Yeah. TGIF said these people blocked me months ago because I said Mona was lying on a live. Now they all out here testifying. Well, when she was on when they were on Seven's chat, when they was, trying to speak out and stuff, and I called in and said they weren't telling the whole story. You know what I mean? They said, "We not lying." I didn't say you was lying. I said you not telling the whole truth. Because they still trying to cape for Thomas, so we don't want to say nothing bad about her. This whole time, she on another line, dogging them out, dragging them through the mud. TGISMF said, if that were true, why haven't any of them shared the info with the proper authorities? Andrea ain't got ish. Well, I don't know if she got something or not, but she said she did. And I don't see why they would lie, but whether she does or not is of no concern of mine. It's just the fact that I'm trying to prove a point. Okay, and now people are speaking out, and everything I said about her in the past, it's true. But what I didn't know that she was finessing people out of money. So evidently, you just don't start finessing people out of money overnight. She said she smoked herbs. Or they said that what they have on her. They said that's what they have on her. It is stuff that she could end up in court behind, and that she can't Photoshop. Yeah, the Photoshopping thing, I'm not surprised at that either. Like I said, she put a fake ID on her page the other day. That ID was clearly fake. Okay, because we know that is not her birth name. All right, but I like when she called into the show. I had that show so that people could voice their grievances to her, not mine. Because she already know what I think about her, and I already know what she think about me. Do you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what that show was. This show is different today. She doesn't inhale. That's what she said. She don't inhale the herbal cigarettes. Klaus said, "I'm sorry, folks, but I still don't trust Ming and a lot of these ex-brains. they might be mad because Moaning didn't share her drugs. Well, I think you're onto something, Cloud, because I don't know about the drugs, but I think between her and Tsunami in particular, there's an issue with the funds. I don't think Mona was willing to share enough of the funds with Tsunami in particular. I think she mentioned that on the thing that she didn't get paid. She said she was gonna pay him and she didn't pay him. You know what I mean? Shakira said, Miss Olivia, I peeped that BS with Mona from day one. I messed with her channel for a little while. Says once they came for me, once they came, she said once they came for the baby, I spoke my piece and left the same day. My gift of discernment is flawless. I heard that, Shakira. Blackberry said it took her main day ones this long to see Mona lies and scamming. Like I said, she'd be singing that siren song. Selena's YT Diary says never been a brain, but I hear a lot of bad things. And people are still photoshopping degrees and licenses. As April says, just like the degree had the YouTube. Absolutely. See, I knew that wasn't authentic. Do you see what I'm saying? And she tried to explain that away. But like I said, all you got to do to prove that is go live and show the degrees. If that's all you got to do. And when what's her name? Rob brought up those degrees. She then tried to shout her down about it. So yeah, I just think it's fascinating that chick Chanel says she has that heroin lean. I think that is why she don't show her face on lives. She shows behaviors of a drug. Yes, she does show behaviors of a drug addict. I've been saying that forever. Yes, she does. Hello, everyone. Yes, please don't forget to hit the like button. Y'all on the way out in the door. Her assistant. So yeah, she used to say Tsunami said this. Tsunami said I can't do this. Tsunami told me to listen to this, that, and the other. She obviously got something on her because she had too much access to her accounts. Now if she has all she said that she has, I don't know, but she got something on her. But my thing is, why don't you just blow her out of the water? It's very simple to confirm her degrees. I'm surprised the Dark Force hadn't taken the proper measures to expose the lies. Ebony Wright says, good morning, Olivia. These YouTube streets have gone crazy. I logged out for a week, and it's worse than it was when I left. I just want to listen to some good content. That's all. None of this beef. The Rent says, what can Mona do to change her perception? Well, first thing she can do is come clean and stop finessing people. She used to call herself that girl with 7 degrees. Oh, did she really? With 7 degrees? Oh, so she done went from 7 to 6? Okay. The girl Chanel says, what amazes me is these women are crime victim now, but was down with the BS when it was done to everyone else, and is surprised that it is actually happening to them. Well, they said they tried to talk to her for a couple of months. They said they had been trying to talk to her since January. Kareem says at the wrench, hello, and she can tell the truth and simply say, I'm sorry. You're right about that. But a leopard don't change his spots. And I'm thinking that Mona's been doing this for a long time. I think she's been finessing people for a long time. Do you see what I'm saying? So she got, she needs those monies, to live. And so that is her. She's a grifter. I also called her a grifter before. And she makes a living off of other people's money. That's how she pay her bills. So she really can't stop finessing people unless she get herself a job. This is her job right now. Through the one eye, she's on Oxycontin. Yep, that's being said. I hope that she gets the help she needs. She's lost so much, but she's in danger of losing a lot more. I'm petty, but I have a heart. That's right, Cloud. I'm petty, but I have a heart. You're right about that. And some stuff I don't play about. And this right here, I'm not playing about this. I'm not even being petty about it. I'm just simply giving my opinion as to what I think is going on with the lady. She's incapable of truth because she's narcissistic sociopath. Yes, with psychopathic tendencies. I agree. Luminary says Ming said Mona called her to come online to join the Brain Nation. Ming and Mona were, yes, Ming and Mona were friends offline. Yes. Maybe she lost one of her degrees. Antiperspirant deodorant at the gym. Now she only has 6. Child. Juju says, I don't like Michelle. However, I think Michelle is Mona's biggest victim. She's either her victim or she's a co-conspirator, okay? So it's either one. She's either her victim or a co-conspirator. I'm not willing to give Michelle a pass like that as her being a victim. I'm not willing to do that. Because she's a grown woman. Okay? Happy Storm says, I can see people sending her pills. A lot of medical facilities in Atlanta use a system called EPIC, and it will flag you if you attempt to pill shop. Jennifer says she really did used to say she had 7 degrees. Wow. Okay. She's ugly inside. Yes, she is, TM. Miss Blackberry says she had weight loss surgery. She said typically people who have that surgery become addicted, yes, to something else because food was addiction. Right, right, right. You're absolutely right about that. Uh-huh. Yep. Good morning, the loud judgment handed down. Hello, Miss Olivia in chat. I believe she was prayed on before. Degrees don't equal emotional intelligence in chat. You're right about that, Lisa. Hello there says yes. My girl is on. Hey, Miss O in the Orchid. Hey, hello there. Shakira says at Miss Blackberry. Oh, you hit the nail on the head. Amal G says she is a great. Yes, she is a great case study of an abusive, yes, manipulative person. Yes, she is. You're absolutely right about that. That's why so yeah, you're right about that. Uh-huh. Those famous cult leaders in recent history were all sociopaths and not. Yeah, that's why I compared her to Nature Boy. You know, she does act like something happened and now we paying for it. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that, Blue L. But my thing, what's up with the NDAs? If you don't have anything to hide and you're transparent, why do you want people to sign an NDA? Do you see what I'm saying? What is that for? I don't even give out my email address. That's how transparent I am. You have to talk to me under the comment section. Okay? I don't give out my phone number. I don't give out my email address. If you don't talk to me under the comment section, then I won't know what it is that you got to tell me. Okay? So yeah, I don't do all that. Creator Content said Miss O Ming did a live last night stating Nami has info that could destroy me. Yes, I just played it, Creator Content, including not limited to something to do with drugs. Yes, ma'am. That's what we're talking about. I just played it. Uh-huh. Yes, I am. I'm called. You want to hear some calls? I'm ready to set up the calling thing, Brandy, right now. But I just wanted to talk to people before I took the call-ins because I want to update them as to what's going on with her and that guy, as well as me. You know, a little bit of what I've heard so far. Mona suffers from narcissistic personality disorder. It's so obvious. Loud Judgment says all that master manipulation Mona does is dangerous. If Tsunami has a receipt on Mona, it's going down. Thank you, Kareem. And also, guys, I would appreciate if you'd like to donate a super chat. All your donations are greatly appreciated. Thank you ahead of time. Did she start scamming on Facebook, then got caught and moved to you? I don't know if she got caught. Well, she probably did start scamming on Facebook. You see what I'm saying? She says she's been on social media for many years. She said I went back to the days of AOL when you had to dial up. She said that the other day. You know. So, yeah. NDA, is she clearly? Yeah, she thinks she's celebrity status. Yeah, what is she hiding? Creative Native, anyone who signs that is a fool. Thank you. That's giving her a pass to be crazy, and they can't speak about it. You're absolutely. Well, that's why she wanted them to sign it. She got secrets. Okay. So yeah, it's crazy. Not a behind the scenes case. Yeah, I can't do that. I don't do that. Nope, sure don't. When I heard about the NDAs, a red flag went up for me. It must be something really deep that they are hiding. I absolutely agree. The comment section says, the way to defeat the monster that is her is to act as if she doesn't exist. Yes, people like her will die without acknowledgement. You are absolutely right, the comment section. You're absolutely right. Kyle said, please keep in mind the chat is on slow-mo, so take a moment before. Yes, you have to wait at least a minute, guys, to post another comment because the chat is on slow-mo. And I'm not deleting you, but if you make a comment within the minute mark of the chat is going to delete you. Your comment, not me. But they speak. But if they speak, they can be sued. But I don't think that they signed the NDA. She uses the same flatter. Nevaeh Lotus Flower Martin. Good morning, Nevaeh. It makes you think when she said she had a stalker. Could it be someone she conned? You're absolutely right. That's what I was thinking. Could it be somebody she conned or finessed out of some money? Is that why she was stalked? You know, Mona gets lower and lower in her spirit. They know all about her fraud schemes. Yes, they do. Maybe Ming and the others can't fully talk because of it. Yeah, because they in on it. Maybe that's what the deal is, and maybe that's why she's asking people to, email her with their stories if she's done them wrong. So you're right. Matthew Milam says I didn't sign the NDA. You didn't sign the NDA, Matthew. Do you want to call in? I left a message under your video last night asking you if you want to come in because I would really like to talk to you, Matthew. I really wish you would call in this morning. So please let me know if you're willing to call in. You don't have to worry about Mona being on the line and talking to you. It'll just be me and you, Matthew. And I really want to talk to you. I really hope that you will call in. Everyone who has an issue with her is a stalker. Yeah, she says everybody, they jealous of me and them are supposed to be jealous of Leah and Goddess's new relationship with her or whatever. It's crazy. It's crazy. I believe it was actually a victim. What? What? You believe the person she allegedly killed was actually a victim? Yeah, I want to hear his story too. I want him to call. He said, I can't call right now. I'm at work right now. Oh, okay. All right, Matthew. If you could please just give me a time where we could talk, I would really, really, really like to talk to you. I really would. That's why she is planning a meet and greet so they can sign NDAs and have to collect personal information such as socials and IDs for it to be legal. She's about to rip them off. I would never sign anything like that from somebody that I met online. That's ridiculous. Nevaeh says, Matthew, believe me, Olivia is. Thank you. Thank you, Nevaeh. He said he can't call in right now, y'all. He at work. Blue Elephant said, please, no Mona. She over talk everyone. Can't let the truth out. Yeah, she wasn't going to be on the phone. It was just going to be me and him. What the heck is going on? NDAs. Yes. What's the big secret? Why do they have to sign NDAs? That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's crazy. The comment section. I would not put it past her. 8,000. Yes, 8. So Matthew, is it true that you sent her over $8,000 and close to 20? Because that's what she's saying. And she's also saying that you were you guys were in some kind of relationship, or you thought that you guys were in some kind of relationship. And so yeah, I was really wondering about that. I really was. She said she had to use her gun. Juju said the IRS is gonna get Mona. The IRS is gonna get Mona. We know she won't pay taxes. She said it was more than 8,000, and she does seem to be proud of it. He sent me almost $20,000. She is proud of that. Yes, she is. According to her, she killed her stalker. Yeah, according to her. That's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. The comment section. You're right about that. I believe she was stalked because she's so dirty, but I don't know if she actually confronted and killed the person or not. I don't. Because the way she let that rolls off her tongue is probably a lie, and she want people to think she's some big scary person, but she not. She don't scare me at all. It's crazy. I don't believe that story. Yeah, I don't either. She flatters Michelle the same way she flatters everyone else. Right. Shakira said what Mona doesn't realize about NDAs is if she has or is doing anything criminal, any NDA. That's right. It becomes null and void if she's doing anything criminal. You're absolutely right. Is she even Freddie's daughter? Juju says we also have to remember that anyone that confronts Mona is a stalker to her. Absolutely. And she's supposed to be helping people. but she taking advantage of the kindness. Absolutely. You stop watching Mona when she said she used to sit in graveyards as a child. I couldn't get what she used to, I ain't never heard that, but what? That is crazy. What? If it was a gift, he cannot sue and get it back. If it was a loan, and he has proof that she said or she signed something a binding contract. Right. I don't. I don't think. She ever said I asked him for a loan. I don't think. I don't know if she did or not, but it really sounds like she finessed him out of that money. You know. Yes. Yeah. She's a manipulator. She's a siren or a succubus, whatever, whichever one you want to call it. She be singing them sweet notes to people, and they just give her the money. So that's why I said there's a difference between finessing somebody out of money and scamming somebody out of money. Scamming somebody out of money is illegal. It is not illegal to finesse somebody out of money. You see what I'm saying? All them degrees are just too bad at communication. So yeah, it's not illegal to finesse somebody, but it's illegal to scam somebody. So I don't think she's scamming them. She's not offering them any kind of fake service or fake education program or anything like that. And you got to pay X amount of dollars. She's just saying, well, I need help with my bills. I'm going through this, that, and the other. And if somebody is weak and gullible, they will just send her the money. That she will make it seem like they're just giving her this money out of the goodness in her heart, but actually, they've fallen prey to her siren song, like I said, So yeah, but what's that? And she said, and why is Mona and that hungry goddess chick, quite? Oh shoot, it's going too fast. Quiet these days. I'm sure VS has her scared. But that goddess Turo chick, she over there, crying about VS. But you wasn't crying when you did stuff to people, right? She thinks I don't understand how she thinks she can do people a certain way and it not be done to her. Why are you playing victim when you don't victimize people? I don't get that. Do unto others, honey. I'm a cop to sit in the graveyards. If it's true, you can see something was going wrong in her life with her as a child. So TM's headed to work. Bye TM. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Kareem. I didn't catch that. But anyway, guys, let me set up the call thing. So if anybody wants to call in and sound off on this, we're going to do that at this point in the show because it's 10:30. Yes, she does have a gift for gab, but you're absolutely right. Sounds like a relationship. I don't think it was a relationship. I think that he thought that perhaps it could grow into a relationship, according to Mona anyway. Like she said, if you give a friend a gift, whatever it was she put on her community post, I think she ran game on him. I really do. She finessed him out of the money. She didn't have to scam him. He willingly gave it to her. I don't know if he just wanted to be her friend, just wanted to be a part of something like the Brain Nation, or if he had some hopes that they would be in a relationship one day. I don't know if she led him to believe that. That's why I want to talk to him so I can ask him all those questions. Because like I said, we as women, we know how to get money out of men. We know that. Okay? And let's not play stupid. She even had a petition trying to shut VS up. I laughed when I saw that. Korma has no friends. You got that right. I think he cared about her and was mad to find out she didn't care about him at all. That's possible. That's possible. Like I said, men don't give you that type of money for nothing, honey. There is some kind of expectation there. And for her to have enough power over him to make him apologize when she did him wrong, I'm like, wow. Yeah, she does mock him now. That's why I would like to talk to him. But he says he can't. He said he can't talk now because he's at work. I mean, she probably having a toxic childhood, sitting in grief. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. Her bio says one thing, but that background check says a whole lot. LY says she's just put a post in her community tab about the Brain Nation taking a stand against cyberbullying. She the cyberbully. Glad I finally caught a live. Continue to spread the love with you. Thank you, Fayette. Have a great day, Kings and Queens. You know. Thank you, Cloud. Cloud is putting in the number, guys, and I'm getting ready to call up the thing. I'm getting ready to call it up so we can take calls because I sit up and read your comments all day. Deej. Good morning, Deej. She said Olivia is about to hit 10K. Y'all, let's show some love. Thank you, Deej. Libra says, I think Mona indirectly teaches her nation that because Tracy Kelly Brain uh tried that on me due to the fact that I was giving her the benefit of the doubt due to her being a brain. Oh wow, that's crazy. I hope that I didn't jump the gun. You didn't jump the gun, Cloud. You didn't jump the gun at all. I'm getting ready to call in. I just keep reading the comments. No, Olivia, he said he was not in love with her. In the second video, he was just, yeah, he was just a friend helping her with hospital bills, cause she was in pain. Right, right. I see what you said. I would like to, ask him a couple of questions about that. What is the chick real name? We don't know. We really don't know anything about Mona. She's told so many different things about who she really is and where she comes from. Like I said, she's a grifter, and you can't believe nothing that come out of her mouth, basically. Okay? And that's just how it is. So let me get this number called up, y'all, so we can get started. Okay. We'll do that right now. Hold on a minute, y'all. I'm trying to call the calling number up. Okay. What is the access code? Okay, y'all. I've dialed up the number, so if anybody wants to call in, if you got something you want to say about the situation or any other situation, you know what I mean? Like I said, call in to speak your piece. Kareem said Mona said she from Tampa, Florida area, but went to high school in Colorado. Yeah, she did say that. That's why I said nobody really knows where she comes from. You see what I'm saying? And she says she's from the South, but I don't know about that. I really don't. I really don't. But anyway, y'all, the lines are now open. If you want to call in, I'm trying to put this on the what do you call it, the tripod, so that I can put it up against the speaker without dropping my dang on phone on the ground, Lord Jesus. I dropped it the other day and I thought I broke it and was going to have to buy another one. And everything. So yeah, the whole thing is just crazy. So Kareem has put the number, guys, in the comment section. If you want to call in, she's going to be doxxed by someone in police record, which I believe she had. I do too. Yes. She has been busted on frauding by the way she moves. Yes, absolutely. She's too comfortable scheming. I believe. No way she wasn't getting. No way she wasn't getting Medicaid and Medicare insurance. I knew she was a fraud when she said she was trying to buy a wheelchair. Doctors can write a prescription for any wheelchair. Wow. You're gonna try. You got 30 minutes to spare. Thank you, Libra. Call in if you want to. Nay Rob is in the room. Good morning, Nay Rob. I didn't see her name. Let me scroll back up. Oh yeah. Okay. Good morning, Nay Rob. How you doing, girl? But yeah, so she's just a whole hot mess. And she got real triggered by Rob the other morning too, by the way. She a true hustler. Yes, she a true hustler. I give you that. This is public. Okay, somebody's calling in. Good morning, caller. How you doing? Hello? Hey, who am I speaking to? Hello?
Hi. Hello.
Hey,
This is Tasha.
this is who?
This is Tasha.
Tasha. Good morning, Tasha. How you doing?
Good. It's been a while since I caught up with these parts of YouTube, a couple of months, and wow. I don't want to take up too much time, but I just had a couple of comments.
Okay.
The first was that I used to be a caseworker, and Mona has exhibited some signs, and I mean behavioral and physical signs.
Yeah, hold on a minute, Tasha. Can you guys hear the caller clearly? If you can, I'll turn up the volume. I'm sorry, Tasha. I just want to make sure everybody hears you. Good morning, lovable yeah. Can you guys hear Tasha clearly? Hit the 1 if you can hear her clearly, and I'll turn up the volume. I just want you guys to be able to hear her. I'm sorry, Tasha. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Anyway, go ahead, baby. Go on and say what you were saying. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is I've been away for a while because there were some very toxic things that were going on in YouTube. Like, it was fun, like, content, and then it just got very dark. It just wasn't fun, So I will say a couple of things. The first one is that I used to be a caseworker, and I noticed some signs of both physical and behavioral signs of addiction with Mona quite some time ago. That was very disturbing. The few times that she was on video, you could tell like she would slur, and then her eyes would droop, and just her mannerisms and her effect when she spoke was not right. It just wasn't right. And then I noticed she was going to videos that weren't showing her face anymore. After those couple of videos. But I noticed some slurring. I noticed that it almost seemed like begging for money. And it just did not fit right. And I think she lost a lot of people because they were saying the same thing. It wasn't like she was just content, hey, hit the super chat if you like. She would speak for like 2 minutes and then be like, y'all don't like what Mona's saying? I don't see anything in the Cash App. What? And then she was going live like 4 and 5 times a day. And that, to me, that was like a sign. It's very strange.
Right.
Secondly, I like Symone. I've been a Symone follower. I think she's pretty cool. And I like, she has some really good content in terms of her experiences with people that she probably shouldn't have had, been close to. But when I'm reading this about Mona going after some of these kids, like this, it's going too far.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going too far. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
There's nothing okay about going for people's kids. And the last thing I wanted to say is that I think she's unwell, and I think she had like her wife, and whoever that is an enabler. Because
absolutely.
Like she's not only addiction-wise, like there's something mentally that's not right. When people lie all the time, they can't keep track of their lies. The subscriber thing, they lie about stupid things. That's a sign of a personality disorder.
Right, absolutely.
And people are enabling that, and that is not a good look.
Absolutely.
It's not a good look.
Absolutely.
But thanks for your time.
Shoot.
Thanks for the morning coffee break. It's been a while. So
I know, right? Thanks for calling in. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yep. You all have a great day.
You have a great day too, baby. Thanks again so much. I appreciate it. Y'all, I done messed up big time here. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I totally done messed up the thing. Oh, shoot. Y'all, I can't even see the chat now. I can't see what's going on. I done clicked the wrong thing, I guess. And I can't see. What in the world? Okay, here you go. Somebody said, what now? Okay, yeah, she's absolutely right. And they Rob, you're right, honey. Yeah, we counselors can see straight through the stuff that's going on. So yeah. Yes. That's why it really pisses me off when she tried to tell me about my business. So yeah. So anyway, guys, the call number is in the chat box if you want to call in, if you want to sound off about anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be about Mona. You know what I mean? It could be about anything. I know, right, Kareem? I need to stop touching stuff. You are absolutely right. Stop touching stuff. Kareem, right, y'all? You stop touching stuff. if you would like to drop some love. Thank you, Sam. Brandy's Brandy and Kareem getting on me, y'all, because I keep touching stuff. So anyway, like I said, the lines are open, guys. If you wanna call in and if you have a grievance about something, we have another caller. Good morning, caller. How you doing? Who am I talking to?
Oh, hi, it's me, Libra Sun Goddess.
Hey, Libra Sun Goddess. Nice to speak to you.
Hi, I can't see the chat, everybody. I'm at work on my phone. Okay, because you said you wanted me to call in and like say this stuff, so I didn't want to wait.
Yes,
long,
okay.
It would be irrelevant.
Absolutely. Huh? Go ahead and call in and speak your piece, baby.
Okay. Reason why I say that, like when you say you saw my comment, okay, during the whole Sweet Mom versus Mona war. Yeah, I'm a big Tasha K fan, but it's like I didn't like the way how Mona. This is relevant. I'm just trying to give a little backstory. So
that's fine. It can be you can talk. Hey, you just don't have to be about Mona. It can be about anything. Go ahead, baby. So it's all relevant, okay?
So even though deep down inside I was like, okay, Sweet Mom's getting a little bit of taste of her medicine because she was harassing Tasha K, but then I realized Mona was doing 3-4 lives a day on this chick. I was like, damn, leave her alone. Mm-hmm. And I noticed Sweet Mom wasn't even saying anything. I'm the way how I live my life, Miss Olivia in chat, I don't have Twitter, Instagram, so I don't know what's going on that part of the world. I only have YouTube. Right,
me too. I don't do the Twitter, Instagram either.
So I got kind of cool with Sweet Mom, and then, being the type of person that I am, I'm willing to give anybody a chance. So long story short, I go over to April Walker's channel, and I noticed how Tracy Kelly, at times, like, okay, I would always see her around, but she would never say anything bad. She would only have something bad to say during Mona's chat, and I realized maybe this girl is just trying to fit in. So when I noticed she gave April Walker a compliment, oh God, who the hell are you? Sorry, hold on. Ooh. Anyways, hello?
I'm here.
Yeah, so I tried to give her, I was like, okay, she's not picking on April Walker, she's giving her a compliment. So then I looked through her channel and I realized, hey, this chick has a mental disability. So I kind of felt bad for her. I was going to go in on her because at the first comment she made, which was she was talking something about April's wig at first on her video. Let me not, okay. She didn't make a bad comment on April Walker's video. She did a video talking bad about April Walker's hair. And I was going to say, girl, please, you talking about her wig, look at you. But I realized she suffers from mental disability. So I was like, let me fall back. Let me not be such a bitch. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. Long story short, so I decided, so I left her a comment. I said, out of all the brains, I think you're probably one of the few that I have respect for. And she's like, oh, I just don't want to, and I have all the screenshots. Trust me, because I know that she erased that comment once she did what she did to me. But anyways, I'll get to that in a minute. So she's like, yeah, I just can't stand the drama. I'm trying to sell my Mary Kate makeup, and I'm using it for a good cause to pay my medical bills. Like, she was telling me stuff. So then I decided, to go over to her channel. Watch her videos. When I tell you, Miss Olivia, it would just be me and one other person watching her when she would go live. And I didn't mind. I was like, let me give this girl some attention because she seemed cool. So then I try to be nice and send her, like, I'm not rich or nothing, but I can spare a couple of dollars. So I decided to send her $25. That's really nothing. But after I sent her the money, I'm at work like I am, and somebody clicked on my channel and was like, oh, I noticed that you and April, you and Tracy Brain got close. Well, you might want to check out Goddess C. Tarot's life because she's going in on you. I was like, what? I was shocked. So I was at work, and of course, Goddess brought me, so I really couldn't say anything. And then I noticed Tracy put up a video talking about trolls. She's like, oh, all these trolls love my content. When I tell you, Miss Olivia and everybody in the chat, I was so heated, like, bro, I'm telling you, the way how I felt, if she was in front of my face, like, people will tell you about Jamaican people, I would have punched her dead. You know what? Let me keep it clean. I was so heated. So I went home and I called my dad. Like my dad, he lives in England. Shout out to Lovable Yan. You know, my dad lives in England. I was like, what should I do? I said, I could let her keep the $25, but it's a principle. My dad is like, you know what? F her. If she can't respect you, she can't have your money. Right. So what I did, before I even went in on her in the comment, I called up Wells Fargo and I stopped the payment. They were like, even though it was already processed, the lady was like, it would take 7 to 10 days to get my money back. I said, at this point, I don't give a shit. I'm sorry. I don't care if I lose half of the money. I don't want her to have anything. Miss Olivia and everybody in the chat, when I tell you it took them 30 minutes, I have even the paperwork to show that, I saw the money deposited back into my checking account, the $25. Like I said, it's not a lot of money. It's a principle. I was trying to be nice. Right. And you were making fun of me? Right. Because she kept saying how Mona them don't do nothing for her. She's like, oh, only 2 people bought something for her. I was trying to be nice. So then I went in on her and, in the comments that I have, I was like, don't try me. I said, I was trying to be nice to you. I said, but thanks to the Most High, my dad and Wells Fargo, I got my money. And then fast forward on, Mona did a live about Ask April, who's probably in the comment section. And I couldn't read the comments because Mona must have did something to the live where you could only hear her. But I did hear when she was saying something with Tracy, where she said, Tracy, I guess she said, oh, hi, Tracy Brand. Oh, somebody gave you money. Well, keep it. They don't need to learn that it's that throwing their money around will cost them. That's why I started looking at Mona like, oh, so you teaching your nation how to scam people. Okay, so I see what your end game is.
Yeah.
So yeah. I hope
I hate that happened to you. Well, a lot of people say that she's very she doesn't appreciate when people excuse me, send her smaller donations, and she considers like, step $5, $10, $20, $25. She considers those small donations. So do you think she was upset with you because of that?
I don't know. I mean, my thing is, why would you be upset? Be grateful.
That's right. Be grateful.
We don't have to give you any money. Like, I mean, come on. If I have a YouTube channel and somebody even give me $5,
right? Like,
okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, yes, I'm agreeing with you. Yes, you should be grateful.
Yeah, like for her to say something like that, that's why I was always like, the mess up thing is just to add, because I don't want to hold up your line. Uh-huh. The funny thing is when I try to be nice, I was like, a couple of the brains, like I tell people, not all of them are like that. Mona went and did a community post about me saying I'm not a friend.
Oh, and wow.
She did that after I gave Tracy money. Wow. And then the thing that really added fuel to the fire was when Tracy went into that comment section and had the nerve to say, oh, I know about her, but she's gone now. Oh, you know about me now?
Oh, wow.
Boy.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you.
I hate that they treated you like that. That's messed up.
No, but I'm happy she did that, because let me tell you something, Miss Olivia and everybody in the chat. During this whole Sweet Ma, Mona, Cardi B, Tasha K thing, this showed me a lot of people. Showed me who a lot of people is. Trust and believe, my eyes are wide open. Right. Okay? So, thank you to Wells Fargo. I got my money back. Mm-hmm. But, boy, I wish Matt had the inkling to stop when he did 8,000 hate.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him, but wow.
Right. Yeah. It's unfortunate. I think, like I said, I think he fell for the siren song. But look, thank you so much for calling and sharing your story, because it's not right to treat people like they are or don't matter, and especially when you're trying to be nice to somebody. And we are all deserving of dignity and respect. It's not cool. And so I understand where you're coming from. This what I want to say. I absolutely understand where you're coming from, and I'm so sorry that happened to you, baby.
I don't know, Miss Olivia. It made me. The only thing is, like I said, I was pissed off. That's why anytime I see Mona leave a comment on anybody, right, I'm making my business to attack her. I do that all the time, and she could probably call me a stalker. Oh, and then before I go, when I remember catching one of her lives where she said she's gonna sue some of these subscribers because she said people who made fun of her, and she claimed I was one of them. Oh, Mona Symone, your brains, if you guys are watching this, my mother, especially my father, said they're waiting, okay?
Absolutely. Ain't nobody thinking about Mona trying to sue nobody. Girl, I don't know why people be letting that scare them when she say that stuff. She said she was gonna try to sue me. No, you not. Stop lying. Girl, hush. And if you did, and what? You know, ain't nobody scared of that stuff. Like thinking about her.
My parents were amused, especially my mother. My mother's like, is she on dope or something?
Thank you.
My mom was like, because the first thing, I know you said I'm going to go, but this is just relevant. My mom was like, I told my mom how she had like back surgery. And the video she did with Jay Wilson and that other girl, I think her name is Heidi. My mom is an ER physician. My mom said, no way she had back surgery when I said about a month ago. She's like, had she had back surgery, she would have never been able to cross her leg.
Right.
So there's no way.
Right.
She said there's no way. And my mom said, tell her if she wants to sue you, just know that we're gonna make sure she goes to a doctor and get checked out because she's saying all this.
Absolutely.
So let her know we're ready. And
absolutely.
My father, he said some other things that
right.
not fit for the air. But
I feel you, but thanks for calling. And you have a good day. Thanks for taking out your, because I know you're at work. And thank you so much.
No problem. I'm gonna go back into the chat and watch the cut. Okay. And have a good day, everybody.
You have a good day too, baby. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Wow. I'm on a whole hot mess up in these streets. Just keep no notification, Mad Primus. Yeah, Kareem and Claude and Samantha said the same thing. I'm sorry, y'all. Only thing I can tell you to do is hit that notifications bell twice. I don't know why they don't send out the notifications like they're supposed to. I really don't. It don't make no sense. But yeah, people really are just wanting to share their stories. You know what I mean? About all the kind of mess that Mona Symone be running in these streets. I'm gonna cut that off for a minute. And what's sad is people really be going for it. You know what I mean? But anyway, the number is in the numbers in the comment section, guys. If anybody else wants to call in, and like I said, you don't only have to call in about Mona's mess. You know what I mean? So yeah. Somebody said YouTube will charge for notifications soon. Yeah, they really be tripping. Yeah, who does that to people? I would never do that. Any donation I get is greatly appreciated. Good morning, caller. Who am I speaking to? Hold on a minute. Let me. Hello. 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 I think you're having trouble with your phone.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Do you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Good morning. Hey, how are you?
How are you? Who am I talking to?
Today?
I'm doing fine. Who am I talking to?
Oh, Brother Chris.
Who?
Brother Chris.
Brother Chris. Good morning, Brother Chris.
Brother Chris.
Okay.
Good morning. Yeah, I just had a couple of things I wanted to say real fast.
Okay.
That was cool.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. Go ahead.
See, I don't understand. I don't understand the Mona hate when it comes to the donation part. Only because these were grown men and women. You know what I'm saying? That donated. And and at that time they had to believe her. At that time, it seemed like now that her mods came out and they're like, "Oh, we're not fucking Ramona." Now
can you please not curse?
"Oh, we're not fucking Ramona."
Can you please not curse, baby? I said, can you please try not to curse? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I just want to keep I just want to be able to keep the chat up and stuff. Anyway, go ahead.
No, I understand y'all definitely. But that's just I don't understand the hate. Because I feel like these were grown folks that willingly gave her the money. So I feel like you can't in turn be like, oh, well, I want my money back. Right. No, that's just not how it works. Not as grown. Now, these were kids that's 16, 17. That's different. But these are adults giving out $5,000, $6,000. All right, what's the problem? You know, what right. You had to believe her at some point to do that.
Right. I guess they feel like, you know, they was done wrong or unappreciated or finessed or, you know, yeah, not loved. I mean, I don't know. Unappreciated. I don't know what the grievance is.
We need to start attacking the people that I don't want to say dumb, but don't use their discernment. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if I come out and I say, hey, I need such and such for this, that, and the third, it's up to you as an adult for you to use your discernment to realize whether you feel like it's the fact or what I'm saying is truthful.
Well, like I said, Mona preys on weak people. Let me tell you what's going on, baby, okay? Mona preys on weak people, and she takes advantage of weak people, like that Matthew Milam guy. She got you know, over $8,000 out of that man, and it's because he had his mom and his dad had passed away. He wanted to help Mona. I think he really wanted to connect with somebody, and she took advantage of that. And now a lot of people, as well as her moderators, you know, they feel, you know, neglected. They feel like they weren't appreciated, and they feel like she basically, you know, took advantage of them. And that's why people have so many grievances with Mona.
Right.
So that's what's going on with that.
See, I don't want to be right. See, I don't want to overspeak because I don't know everything. I kind of fell into this whole sector with everything like that. So I'm still figuring out everything and stuff like that. So I don't know everything. I'm not saying that Mona is this angel or whatever. I'm just, you know, like the money part. That was the part that I'm like, I don't understand the attacking, because I'm like, hey, you know, that's a donation. You helping. Whether or not you feel like she's your friend afterwards, it's not her job to be your friend after you give her money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to build friendships off of money. Like, if I'm building a friendship, it can't be because I'm giving you $100. It just has to be, you know, like you see those people that you click with in the chat room, those people are probably more respected that don't always donate because they have a sense of loyalty versus the people that just constantly throwing out money. If you're going to throw out money, let it just be because of you really just want to do it.
Well, when people throw out money to Mona, she will befriend them because she wants to keep part of the finessing is if you throw her out a large amount of money, she's going to pay attention to you. You see what I'm saying? You know, as opposed to just paying attention to you simply because you're a follower or, you know, a loyal subscriber, you know, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't have to you know, pay somebody money if you're online, you know, in order to feel special. That ain't the way it goes.
Right.
You know, she's a manipulator.
No, I feel you.
You know, she preys on people's.
I feel you. I just feel like.
Right.
I feel you. No, I feel you. I just feel like it's not enough for us to, because I'm like, we got to start holding these adults responsible if we're going to really feel that way. Like, and these were some of her biggest donations were from two grown men. You understand?
Right. Well, yeah, you know, she has. Yes, you're right. I feel you about accountability. That's why I said people don't, especially men, don't give you something for nothing, and she knows that too. But she also has to be held accountable, you know, for the whole situation. Do you see what I'm saying? So you're absolutely right about accountability. She has to ask herself, what part did I play in this? And she knows full well what part she played into it because she preyed on their weakness. You know, she preyed on their weakness. They want to be Captain Save-A-Ho. All right? Basically, at the end of the day. And she preyed on that, and she knew that, and she led them on. It's just like if you're in a club, and I know you're attracted to me, but I'm leading you on. I'm dancing all up on you. I'm paying attention to you. You know, and everything. Also, you can buy me a drinks. And when it's time for the club to close, you thinking I'm gonna go home with you, you know, but I go out the back door and just go home with my friends, you know, and then you go be upset because you done spent a lot of money on drinks just because I was paying attention to you, and you realize that, dang, I just got did. She just wanted drink money out of me. You know, she really wasn't attracted to me. I really wasn't gonna get to go home with her or nothing. She just finessed me out of drink money. So that's why they're upset.
They call it why you talk the same long-winded. He's trying to justify. No, I'm not trying to justify for Mona because, like I said, I don't really know the whole thing. I'm just trying to understand why we are upset at a bunch of adults.
We are not upset about that. Nobody, no, yes, I do, but nobody's upset about that. It's the principle of the whole situation. And like you said, you don't know. You're probably coming in on the end of it. But for months, we've been talking about the shady stuff that Mona's doing. She's done a lot of wrong to a lot of people. And now people are starting to speak up about it because they are coming up out of the hypnosis, okay? They are stepping away from the manipulation because she done dogged them to the ground and they can't take it no more. And say they done woke up and now they trying to tell their story. It's like surviving R. Kelly, but surviving Mona. You see what I'm saying? That's what's going on here.
Okay. All right. I get that. Definitely. Well, you know, right. That's all I really got to say about that. And, you know, okay. It was good calling in, and you know,
okay.
Have a great day. And
okay.
I'll catch you on the other side.
Okay, thank you so much. Good morning, caller. Who am I talking to? 8802. Good morning, caller.
Oh, hi, Miss Olivia. It's Ask April. How are you?
Oh, good morning, Ask April. How you doing?
Good morning. I just want to speak on the money part real quick because of the last caller. And, you know, some people don't, of course, some people do pay for friendships, and it doesn't necessarily always happen online. You may have someone in your life, you know, you may meet someone at school or at work, and they just, you know, want a friend, and, you know, they may go to lunch together and they pay for it, and it just goes from there and there because they see that when they offer to do things for you or help you with certain things, then, you know, that's the more time or the more conversation they get with you, that's the more time they spend with you. I mean, people will offer to do stuff for you just because they know that they will, you know, you got to come and get the money, or, you know, I got to speak to you in order to know what's going on. So, and she does play on that. And I just feel like a lot more people are just paying attention now because there are people that were actually close to her that are coming and speaking out now. And so a lot of things that have already been being said about her and her behavior and things that people notice weren't really, you know, it was looked at as being a hater or people are just jealous. But now that people who actually know her in real life are coming and speaking out, now everybody's paying attention and now they're looking at it from a different angle.
Absolutely.
And, you know, so, I mean, I just want to say that part, you know, people will prey on others because of financial, and I mean, and I feel like right now she's scrambling. Right now, you know, her big, the people that were giving her the most money are gone. That guy Jaded Nerd, so they're saying that he had given her money, so he did come out and speak against that and say he never gave her any money.
Yes, he did.
And then she said that was a lie. And now she's like kind of admitting to it. And then and he was homeless at the time. He was looking for a home and didn't really even have a home of his own when he gave her money. But, you know, with her medical stuff and expenses and it's always the surgery that she had to have, you know, she plays on that. And, you know, of course, I'll pay you back. So she did offer to pay him back because she knew that he needed to find a home. And she just never paid him back. And he was trying to tread lightly and not really, you know, come at her, you know, crazy or whatever, because he felt like she wasn't going to get his money back if he did that. So he kind of was babying her and, you know, just tiptoeing around it, asking for it and stuff. And he just never gotten his money back. And he hasn't come out yet, but that's getting ready to come out. So you just wait.
I hope so. I hope. Hold on a minute, April. Cloud, I see you later if you finna leave. Cloud, my moderator. I think one of my moderators is the go guy. Cloud, have a nice day. We love you, baby, and I hope you and your wife are doing okay. And we are continuing to send you positive thoughts and prayers. I'm sorry, April. I just had to tell Cloud that before he left. He one of my moderators. I'm sorry. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, honey.
So I mean, I just, you know, that came out too. You know, after Matt came and spoke out about, you know, him giving out money and stuff. And maybe he did say something like he would rather have his money back, but he knows he's not going to get it back. But, you know, basically because the moderators left and he's seen that they left and they're speaking out, I think that just gave him a little bit of a courage or like a little push for him to like speak out on his experience and what happened with him and why he left. But, you know, he just left in January, so it's only been a few months. And, you know, so now that's why I do think, like, she's scrambling around. Like, the people who were given the most money are gone. You know, she maybe does have a habit or, you know, whatever, you know, just her livelihood and how she was paying her bills and stuff. Those people are gone. Right. And now, you know, that's where the Cash App and, you know, always asking for donations and taking in people that she doesn't really know, whoever's giving her money and stuff, you know, between Maryland and Leah. And, you know, so it's the money is how you're going to get to her. You know, she does equate how much attention she's going to pay to you or your loyalty with how much she gives. Miss Lieber, when she just spoke about giving Tracy that money and supporting her Mary Kay, Mona said when Tracy brought it up in that live about, you know, somebody giving her money, she said, "Oh, they're just trying to buy you, but tell them it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough for them to buy you, you know, or whatever." And it's just, so, you know, I mean, she thinks that people want her, they're either sexually attracted to her, or she's just so smart that they just want to be, you know, she's just so smarter than everybody else that, you know, and I mean, when she finesses people out of money, that's what gives her that confidence and that courage, because that builds her up and that makes her feel that way. Yeah.
And she can't stop it because that's her hustle. She's a grifter, like I said, and we know that grifters, you know, their livelihood is, you know, is finessing people out of money. You know, and so she has to, you know, she needs this platform to continue, or Facebook. You know, I think that she found it a lot easier. She figured out it would be a lot easier to finesse people on YouTube as opposed to Facebook, because we all know that YouTube is Facebook on steroids, and there are a lot more people, a lot more needy people on YouTube. Do you see what I'm saying? Because of the platform, you know, and she thinks that she's here to stay. You know what I mean? But it's not right to be, you know, doing people the way that you're doing them. You know. So and that's why people have a
It's not right at all. And I just, you know, I'm sorry for everybody that has it, but, you know, you just got to keep your eyes open. Just look at people's patterns, you know, just, and that goes for real life, not just people online. Look at people's patterns and things that they repeat, you know, when they tell you something, see if they follow through and see if they actually, you know, you just gotta watch out for yourself and, you know, just love yourself, love yourself first, you know.
Absolutely. And then a lot of people, I have a problem with internalizing a lot of stuff that they see on social media. They can't seem to differentiate real life situations between the reality of social media, because everything that you see on social media, a large part, I would say over 90% of it is not true. Nothing is as it seems. You know, you can be whatever you want to be and say whatever you want to say about your life on social media, you know, but you have a lot of gullible people, because we know that common sense is not very common, that fall for people like Mona Symone, because they, you know, they have the gift of gab. You know, they are master manipulators. They are sirens. And that is why she is able to finesse so much money out of people. It's just like she a pastor at a church. You know, every month there's a new building fund, you know, a new project going on at the church, and you never see another building built, actually, you know, but you always got you can have the building fund for 10 years and never see one slab of concrete put on the side of the church to build onto the church. But you always got that building fund, though.
Right.
You know?
And I don't give Michelle a pass. I think that Michelle
I don't either.
Worked for too long. Michelle knows exactly who she is.
Yes, I don't know if you heard it when I said it, but I done said it a couple times, April, that Michelle is her partner in crime. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. So yeah, I know people going around saying free Michelle and all this and all that. Honey, that's her partner in crime. You know, hold on a minute, caller. They know exactly what's going on. Do you see what I'm saying? But anyway, April, thanks for calling in, baby. I appreciate, you know, when you come in and support the chat, it means a lot. You know what I want? You know what I mean, baby? So thank you. Have a nice day, okay, April?
Thank you.
Okay, baby. Bye-bye. Good morning, caller. Who am I talking to? 7735. You're on the line.
Hi, Miss Olivia. This is Shakira.
Good morning, Shakira.
I'm calling in because I don't really have a gripe with Mona, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Because, like I said in the chat, I keep the bullshit. Excuse me. Sorry.
Okay.
I keep it from like pretty much day one.
Uh-huh.
And when she offered the membership, I did join for a month. And then once that whole incident with the baby happened, like literally that day in the chat, I was in the chat. And once I heard what they said about the baby, I just canceled the membership and just left. It was a lot of red flags for me. One, and this is no offense to any content creators, but this is just how I personally feel. Because years ago, when I was really, really young, still a teenager, I worked in a field where, you know, I made money off the tips. Now, here's my thing. I understand that there's different ways to tip, but I feel like a tip is a tip, and whatever way someone chooses to tip you, I feel like you should be grateful. And when people were donating through like Super Chat, I noticed that she kept like, oh, well, do it through Cash App because, you know, because about some fees or whatever. And I thought that was weird. And then when I did become a member, one of the things that I thought was also weird, and it was another red flag, is when she asked for people's like real name and government name and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, no, not at all. Because I had an incident, and I don't play around on, you know, any form of social media, because of the experience I had on Instagram, where I ordered something. It was a company that was advertising on Instagram, and I ordered something from there, and it ended up being over $1,000. And like, I, you know, put in my card information and everything, and as soon as I did, I was telling a friend about it, and they hit me up, and they were like, no, you know, and it was just bad. Like, I started going to the different people's pages and seeing the complaints and the comments they were putting up, so I immediately called my bank, and, you know, for me, I got my money back. But, you know, I just feel like people have to be very, very careful when dealing with people online. As far as the people speaking out against her now, no disrespect to any of them, but I don't see how anybody with a pin drop of a brain could not see through her. It's so obvious.
You'd be surprised.
And I don't know if it's because of the work I do. I don't know if it's just, you know, my gift of discernment. I don't know what it is, but it was just so obvious to me, and I don't know how the people that are now like were moderators and stuff, I don't understand how they didn't catch on. And in my opinion, they had to be complicit in some way in what she was doing.
Well, I mean, they were, which is why I think that they won't just come out. Because if it was me that was wronged like that, I would have been done said told the world everything I know. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, I'd blow the whole camp up if it was me. The whole nation, I would have blown it up, you know, as soon as I was wrong. You know, but they got on 7 stars, and I'm glad you said that, because remember, they got on 7 stars this weekend and said, well, we don't want to speak badly about her, you know what I mean, just because, you know, we're not with her anymore. I'm thinking, why? She did you wrong. You're supposed to be hurt. That's why I thought at first it was a whole setup. You know, I'm thinking, well, these people ain't mad at her. Is this a setup? You know, what's really, they're not saying anything at all, you know, but when they realized that she was basically talking about them real bad, you know, they become more vocal, you know, they're wanting to speak out more. They're asking people to, you know, share their stories and all this and all that. But if it was me, honey, I would have blew up the whole brain nation. Okay. You know, I don't understand. So I felt like they weren't being totally honest, and I still don't. So I agree with you. What's the problem? Are you complicit in some kind of way? Are you scared you're gonna go to jail yourself? Do you see what I'm saying? So you leaking out a little bit at a time, and you want other people to tell their stories. Do you see what I'm saying? So I just would have blew up the whole. I blew up the whole scene. I mean, what? I don't care if I would have signed an NDA, a PDA, a APB, or whatever. I would have blew up the whole camp. Okay? That's the kind of person I am.
Let me explain something to everybody about NDAs. This is something I know all too well about. Anytime you sign an NDA, if there is any sort of criminal activity that happens, that NDA becomes null and void. Meaning, if you defraud people, if you defraud the government, anything like that, an NDA don't mean shit. Excuse me. It means nothing. So anybody who signs one, I'm sorry, I laughed when I heard that. Because,
yeah, it's ridiculous. It don't even sound right.
You can't even take it serious.
Like, right.
I can't take stuff like that serious.
No,
you know, I've had situations where I work and it's come across my desk, and there's been times where there's been things that happen, and the people who, you know, have the people that sign these NDAs, unfortunately, a lot of these people are wealthy.
Right.
They have money, so people become intimidated by that.
Right.
The person, I had a lady one time, she was working for, I can't say this guy's name, but he's a very well-known guy. She was working for him. There was some sort of, I'll just say like a sexual harassment, assault type situation. And for like almost 2 years, he threatened her with the NDA. And why she kept working for him, I don't even understand. But, you know, finally it came to a head. I can't really go too much into it, but it came to a head. And, you know, she was like, well, I can't say anything because, you know, I signed this NDA.
Right.
And
I'm blowing up the whole club. I don't care if I sign something or not.
Yeah, she told another person, and they started recording this person, you know, this guy. And lo and behold, you know, she ended up, you know, suing him. They settled it out of court and everything. But I just want everybody to know, anybody, don't sign no NDA.
No.
And if you do, if it's anything criminal, it won't hold up in court.
Exactly. Why would you?
Got one more thing to say. And I'm kind of like, maybe I shouldn't be laughing at this, but for someone who couldn't afford a power chair or whatever it is, how do you have like money to enforce an NDA?
Girl.
Like, I'm confused. Make it make sense.
Girl. Ain't nobody got time for money.
You know,
her nonsense. I don't see why people go for it either, but look at here, baby. Thank you for calling in, and you're absolutely right. And hope that people would understand what it is that you're telling them about this NDA nonsense. See, all of this stuff to some people, you know, it makes them feel like she's a celebrity. It makes them feel like she's somebody special, like a preacher or something. You know, that's the hope. Those are the people, those weak-minded people and those double-minded people. Those are the people that she prey on because she know they ain't that bright. Do you see what I'm saying?
You know what's so funny? My sister, my older sister, she's a psychiatrist. And I told her to watch like a few of her lives. She was like, she couldn't even like, she was like sociopath, narcissist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like she read her like.
Yes, it's like, so really clear. Right. Yeah.
She has mental and behavioral issues.
Yes, absolutely.
And what people don't realize about drug use, and especially with prescription drugs, long-term use of those type of things will lead to mental health issues and behavioral health. So, you know, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay, girl. All right. Thank you so much for calling. Have a good day. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, guys, I think we have another caller. Let's see. Good morning, caller. How you doing? Hello? Ooh, goodness.
I turned down my volume.
Okay.
I was calling in to speak on the topic at hand.
Okay, who am I speaking with?
Kind of late.
Hello?
I came in when you guys were discussing whether it was whether the gentleman was finessed or scammed out of the money. And I just wanted to bring to everyone's attention, I don't know if everyone remembers, about the guy that was dating all of these different women, and he would go out on expensive dates with them and leave them to pay the bill and get them to purchase him really expensive items and things of that nature, and then he would leave.
Yeah.
Well, recently that case was taken to court, and he was found guilty of fraud. So I don't know if this whole situation with Mona would necessarily be considered finessing. I mean, to a certain degree, it could very well be considered fraud because she's done it to more than one person. It's like a pattern, so to speak, or you know, she set some sort of precedence with regards to her behavior. And if enough people come out and speak about the situation, I'm sure that the state of Georgia or whatever state that she resides in or that it's filed in would take it very seriously. I think that it's kind of strange that, you know, those that are coming out that are now seeing it didn't speak before. But you have to realize that a lot of times people don't speak on things in the beginning because they're afraid of the consequences that come along with doing so.
Absolutely.
And so when that one person takes a leap of faith and they come out and they speak on it, it kind of does encourage, you know, those that have been victimized to speak about it as well. And then at the same time, it opens up the door for those to take advantage of the situation. So you got to look at it from both ends of the spectrum. But at the same time, if anyone's been watching Mona, if anyone has followed her on any other platform, there's a pattern here. And so it's more likely than not that what these individuals are saying is true than it is that it's false.
Yeah, absolutely. Because everybody ain't telling the same lie. You know, that's just common sense right there. Everybody ain't telling the same lie. So you're right about that. I absolutely agree. I sure do. Everybody ain't telling the same lie. Nope.
Right.
So good,
and I think,
yes.
I saw that one of the 6 that left, I think it was Ming, on her channel, she's putting together some sort of documentary basically on individuals that
I saw that.
Had some type of interaction with Mona that ended up in a negative light.
Yeah, she wants them to tell the story.
I'm intrigued to see what that's going to entail, because based on what these people come forth and say, they really may have a strong case against this woman.
You're right about that. I agree.
I think that everybody should, if they're not looking out for that documentary, they should look out for it, because she put something out asking victims to come forward, and if they wanted to remain anonymous, they could. But I think that if she does it right, and based on just the little preview of the production that she did, she seems to have that part down for sure. So I'm thinking if she does it right, this may very well be the downfall of Mona Symone as the social media community knows her. Right. Well, all right, girl. Thank you for calling. I got 2 callers on the hold, and thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it. You're welcome. Have a great day.
Have a nice day, honey. Bye-bye. Now, let's see here. We got another caller on the line here. I think somebody hung up. I hate that. Good morning, caller. How you doing? Who am I speaking to? 2791. You're on the line.
Good morning. My name is Vanier.
Good morning, Vanier.
I have a quick accent.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that it's, I'm going to try to speak slowly. I just have to add one thing. And this is about, I have been looking on as an onlooker. And this is about Miss Mona, recovery and the surgery and all of that. I'm a person who had 3 major surgery, back surgery, on-job injuries, okay? And this is nothing to be joking about, okay? Miss Mona, at every time she gets into a chat, she continues to say that she will not get in time to heal, time to heal, time to heal. What I could say, from the time I followed her her journey, from the time she was in the hospital, first and foremost, when you're out of that is general anesthesia. When you're out of a surgery, you're not that I don't even know the word. you're not that you're not that alert. That's anything.
Right.
You're drowsy, you're foggy, and all of that.
Yes.
At least for a day, a whole day, and the recovery time. Okay, let's give her a couple of days of recovery time, right? When she's getting out, and she's getting, about, her surroundings, the pain, and all of that. One thing that I'm looking at no time have I heard this woman say, look, my physical therapist is here, or I have to go for physical therapy, or, you understand what I'm saying? But after surgery like that, it is followed up. You will have a victim nurse getting there. They have to visit you. You understand what I'm saying? And you have to be followed up by therapy and all of that.
Yes.
For someone who's sitting on the YouTube all day, at no time, you don't have to go to the therapy and all of that. So, long story short, that is not true.
Yeah. Thank you. No. Yes, ma'am. I absolutely agree. I've been saying that the whole time. Yes, absolutely.
That's only my 2 cents. Anyway,
Okay.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Thank you so much for saying it and calling in and sharing your story. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. She's absolutely right. I knew that whole thing about the surgery. I don't believe that whole surgery thing either. You less than an hour out of surgery, and then but you're coherent enough to let me cut this down for a minute. You're coherent enough to do a whole live stream, and aren't you in pain? Like I mean, you ain't Superwoman here, honey. I know you might think you super puss, but you definitely ain't Superwoman. So yeah. And good morning, everybody that's just now come in. And thank you for my new subscribers. I've seen a couple of people saying they subscribed since we've been on. Thank you for that. And good morning and almost good afternoon to everybody that's coming in. I appreciate you guys. Anyway, the phone lines are open if you guys want to call in and speak your piece. Yes, what about physical therapy? You're right about that, Miss V. And I understand everybody is different, but honey, she ain't Superwoman. It ain't no way she that coherent when she just come out of surgery less than an hour. There's no way. There's no way. No way. Ain't nobody going for that. No. That's ridiculous to try to play somebody like that. It don't make no sense. Like it really just does not. She offends a lot of people's intelligence, trying to play them like they're stupid. Somebody said there's a fool born every minute. And unfortunately, that's the case for a lot of people here online. Somebody spoken truth says no one has definitive receipts on Mona. Has anyone got info on the university she supposedly graduated from? I mean, nobody has definitive proof on hers because I don't think people are doxing her. I don't care that much about her to try to dox her and try to find that information. But what I'm doing is speaking on things that she said out of her own mouth. I'm dissecting her own words. That's what I do because she tells you everything that you need to know if you really listen to her. And a lot of people are real gullible and they falling for the BS and the nonsense and the tricks and the illusions. They're falling for that. And those are the people that she draws in. Like I said, she's a YouTube siren. She's a social media siren. Anyway, let me cut this back on, so I can take the caller. Good afternoon, caller. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, Miss Olivia?
All right. Who am I speaking to?
This is Keisha. I had called the other day.
Okay, good morning.
When you were on and you had 7 on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I just called to say that Mona needs to maybe just take a look at herself. Sometimes when you have things happen to you, you may not realize that it could be you, and that could be in different situations. And I'm not sure why she's making excuses about the guy not donating the money to her. I think she should be telling the young man, thank you. I'm not sure if she should be giving it back because, you know, we don't know what was the exchange between the two, because I did listen to Seven Stars live, and he was pretty shook up, I guess, when she was talking about those recorded phone calls. But, you know, I just wanted to correlate her taking a look at herself with, and getting your opinion on it with, you know, me, myself, I had failed relationship after failed relationship, and I kept saying he was this way and the guy was this way, and after a few of them I decided to take a look at myself, because I felt like maybe I was the common denominator, and there were some things that I repeated with each guy, and it was, I was able to identify that and realize the mistakes I made, and that helped me move forward and, you know, securing a better man. So Mona needs to identify some issues she may have within, whether it's codependency, whether it's being a narcissist, or whether it's her feeling the need to be famous. I feel like this is Mona's lane. Now, I've heard some things, and I heard that she is pretty popular in Atlanta, and that, you know, a lot of the socialites, you know, in Atlanta do know Mona. And I think that once Mona got on the begging train, so to speak, and she seen that people was given to her, because people will give their last when you're down. I think that she's seen that this is the way to go. You know, you got $8,000 off of this man, and instead of maybe telling him thank you, you were arguing with him and telling him, no, you this, you that, and I got tape recordings and different things like that. So, again, I'm not going to say what transpired in the background, but I just wanted your opinion, because my opinion is that this is Mona's lane. This is her way to get that money. You know, she's got all these degrees and all these careers. $8,000? Oh, my God. That is crazy.
Yeah, she finessed her. Yeah, she finessed him out of it. You see what I'm saying? But you're right about, let me go back when you said that you finally had to take a look at yourself to realize what you were doing wrong, because you are forever a victim in certain situations. If you cannot look and see what part have I played in this dysfunction, in this toxic relationship, you really have to take a look at yourself. And when you stop feeling sorry for yourself, hopefully you will begin to take a look at yourself, and hopefully you will begin to just reprogram yourself. Because a lot of victims, like you said, you had bad relationships. There are a lot of men out there that prey on a certain type of woman. Prey on the woman that they feel like they can control and abuse. The abusers, they know, they seek out a certain type of woman. If you are a strong woman and they know they can't get over on you and put their hands on you and stuff, they will leave you alone. They won't bother you. But if you are a woman that comes across as being really naive and really submissive and really gullible, that is, you're going to be the target. You know, and at a certain point in time, you know, if you don't want to draw these people to you, you have to change your patterns. Mona is a master manipulator. And somebody said earlier, even in the comment section, that she refuses to look at herself because she's narcissistic, and she does have sociopathic tendencies. Now, Mona knows exactly who she is. She knows exactly what she's doing, and what she's doing is she's finessing people out of. She's a grifter. She's doing this. This is her employment. This is her job. You know, this is her livelihood. So yeah, she knows, she's honed her skills. You know, and she seeks out targets, you know, and Matt, you know, he was the prime target. You know, he was weak, he was vulnerable, he had lost his parents. He's wanting to connect with somebody, you know. And as far as those phone calls, I'm glad you brought that up also, because we all know that Mona records her phone calls. Do you see what I'm saying? She does this as a way to hold something over your head. You know, he might have told her a secret. He might have been whispering sweet nothings to her, because she done led him to saying that in order to record him, in order to hold that over his head. You see what I'm saying? But when you're done with a situation, it's just like I was talking about Wendy Williams, the other day. When you're done, you're finally done with a situation, and you don't care what that person has over you. You're going to speak your truth. Do you see what I'm saying? Because that's what I said about Ming and them. If y'all really trying to, to put her in her place, it don't matter what you did or what she got on you. If you're trying to right your wrong, you're just gonna come out and just tell it out. You're gonna blow up the whole brain nation. Do you see what I'm saying? You know, so what are you afraid of? It's like these people have been in an abusive relationship. You know, it's like they're undergoing battered woman syndrome. You know, they still want to protect the person that's abused them. You know, that's what frustrates me. So, yeah, I agree with you.
In my situation, just as far as the men, when you say Matt was depressed, he lost his parents, I was kind of in a similar situation. Just say that depression was the reason. And I just was taken advantage of multiple times. But as I got, back in the right frame of mind, I was able to realize some things. So, I'm back even Steven now.
And I'm glad.
What I will say is, before I hang up, is what Mona did wrong to me was, I just don't understand this thing on YouTube or even in other situations about groups. I think she gave Nami too much power, for one. If anything, Michelle, her wife, should have been her right hand. And them two together. And
honey, let me stop you right there. Michelle is her right hand. That's her partner in crime. She really didn't give Nami any power at all. What she wanted to do was she wanted Nami. So? No, I don't. That's because she's been sabotaging Nami. If you pay attention, before Nami left, she's been sabotaging. And I'm thinking Nami caught on, wanting to blame. She needs a scapegoat. She was giving Nami the illusion of power so that she would be her scapegoat. Do you see what I'm saying? Because Symone is the author of all this confusion. But I do believe that Michelle is her right-hand man. Okay, that's her right-hand man, right? They've been doing this for a long time. They've honed these skills. They know what they're doing. Okay, because you always hear Michelle in the back, amen in her. And she made Nami believe that she had some kind of power over her. When you would hear her say stuff like, well, Nami said I can't see this, say this, or Nami said I can't do that. That's her giving Nami the illusion of power. Because like I said, Mona is always in control. Even over Michelle, she's in control. She knows exactly. She wanted Nami. She see at one point in time. See, the thing about Mona is what people got to understand is she feel like the fire is getting too hot. Okay? Everybody's getting close to the fire. She will throw anybody into the fire so that she can walk over them and pass through the fire. And you will be left in the fire to burn. Do you understand what I'm saying by that? Then that is what she did to Nami. That's what she did to Nami in particular. But if Nami was smart, because she had to know that Mona was a snake, because they are complicit in some of this stuff, because they was co-signing it. Do you see? And riding hard for her,
right?
You know. So why wouldn't you get some kind of evidence on her to back yourself up, to save yourself? Do you see what I'm saying? So if she says she got receipts, let's hope she does have receipts, because I would have gotten plenty of receipts. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you know you're dealing with a snake.
That's not cool though, Miss Olivia. My thing is this: let it go, Mona.
Well, she can't let it go because somebody else got to be the victim. Like that man, that Matt guy, she's making him look real bad. She's threatening him. Do you say? And all of this in an effort to cover up. She wants him to stop talking about all that money that he gave her. She ought to be ashamed of herself. You know, but this is her craft.
She ought to be ashamed of herself. That man gave her $8,000. I can't remember if it was 8,000 or 12,000 or 5. I know I heard 8, right? And I heard we're somewhere in one of the, I don't know if it was on 7.
Well, Mona said herself that she didn't give him $20,000. She said he gave her less than $20,000, which tells me that he gave her more than $8,000. That's the way I take it, because she said
he don't even know how much he gave her.
He don't.
See, he wasn't in his right state of mind.
He was not. He was not. He was depressed, and he was going through stuff, and he needed to connect with somebody, you know. But he connected with a snake.
And I wonder if they even had him on some type of medication, you know, for the brings he was experiencing for the loss of his parents.
I agree. Well, listen here, baby. Let me take this other call, okay? And thank you so much for calling. No, thank you for calling in. Okay, you too, baby. Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye.
This line is now on hold.
Oh, shoot, I hit my
own line. This line is now off hold.
Good morning. 4625, you're on the line. Who am I talking to? Good morning.
Can you hear me?
I can barely hear you, Tanya.
Okay. Is that better?
It is. It's a lot better. Good morning. How you doing?
Oh, okay. Good morning, Miss Olivia. How are you?
I'm doing just fine, thank you.
That's good. I just wanted to call in. I'm a new subscriber. And I kind of
welcome.
Heard about you through Seven channel. Thank you. I just wanted to touch bases on the Mona Symone thing. And our people, my people, I feel so sad and fruitless because we have this thing where we want to be accepted. We want to be friends with someone so bad or find somewhere where we belong.
Right.
That we end up falling for anything.
Right.
We end up being naive.
Right.
We end up just want to be friends with someone so bad that we'll fall for anything. And Matt failed. And I watched this video 3 times, right? I literally it crushed me. You could tell by his voice that he was not in the right frame of mind. If he sounded that way on that video, I'm pretty sure 3 or 4 conversations with Mona, he sounded that way with her as well.
Right.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Which gave her the green light.
Yes, absolutely.
The green light to jump in here. Okay.
Yes.
And then she had the nerve to say that, she started feeling weary about taking the money. Well, did you feel weary with the first 1,000?
Thank you.
The second 1,000?
3,000.
The third 1,000.
Right.
We got up to $8,000. So when did you start feeling uneasy?
Yeah. Right.
This bull crap.
Right.
I can admit it to myself. I lost my mother at 16. It took me 20 years to figure out that I had mommy issues. Right. I kept clinging on to older women.
Right.
I love older women. I just do, and I know it stems from not having a mother. So at an early age. And he lost his at a later age, but it's still the same outcome. Right. Or a friend that she was trying to, or I don't know if she was flirting with him, if she was, just being a listening ear is what I really think happened. Right.
But I also think she was leading him on in some sort of way because she keeps saying that you don't want me to release these phone conversations. Like, what was he saying? I love you. I want to be with you forever. Or what was he saying? Do you see what I'm saying?
I asked him.
I
asked him, did she have something over him? Because I felt like he was holding back.
Right. Absolutely.
His whole entire truth.
Exactly.
Okay. And he kind of paused when he said, I don't record things, and she got things recorded. So I knew then he either done sent her some nasty pics, he done maybe some phone sex, something was happening that it made him reserve more. But it was eating him up so bad he had to say something. She had to lead him on in some kind of way. I agree with you. She had to lead him on. Because in order for him, say he gave her out of the goodness of his heart off the rip $4,000, right? At some point in time, you have to at least say something that's going to lead him on enough to give you more money. Coming back for more.
Yeah, to keep you coming back for more. Do you see what I'm saying? So she had to say something. There's something on those tapes, and whatever she said, I'm sure he said more than that. I'm sure he responded in a certain way. Do you see what I'm saying? So he don't want the world to hear what he was saying to her or begging her or saying, I love you, whatever. You know how people talk on those very intimate phone conversations. So, but I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care.
I wouldn't care either, Miss Olivia, because you know what? He's not going to be free and clear her until he comes out with his entire truth. Right. And tell him himself. Right. She's going to be able to manipulate. She had that man saying sorry. No, and then I almost threw my phone in the dishwater. I was washing dishes. I almost threw the phone in the dishwater. No, no, you're not sorry. That's her. You're not sorry. She's sorry. She's a sorry excuse for a human being.
Right, you're absolutely right about
it. It was so sad.
Right.
So sad. He's out here by me, not too far, somewhere in Illinois, period. And I'm in Illinois. I want to say so bad, honey, you need a friend. I'll be your friend. Because you don't have to pay for friendship.
Right. You don't have to pay for friendship.
If he's going to pay for if he's going to pay for a female, he can come on the west side of Chicago and pick him up one.
Thank you.
And never got to deal with her again. If he want to pay for it, it ain't going to cost him $8,000.
Thank you. You're right about that. He paying for companionship anyway, evidently. It don't have to cost you $8,000, honey.
You can't even pay him for the act. He's paying for the talking of the act.
Yes, he is.
I'm like, no, Matt, you from Chicago, baby. We gonna do that.
Thank you.
That's how I'm thinking. Like, hold on, Matt.
Yeah.
Getting finessed.
Yeah, yes, he's been finessed. Yeah, and now and I truly believe that she has something on him holding over his head because she got him scared. He probably didn't know that she was recording his phone. The phone. Yeah, he wants to lash out against her, but he's afraid.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So
he's afraid. And when she got on that phone with him, honey, she got the manipulation.
Yes.
And talking fast, she was moving, she was shaking and rolling, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shame, though. That's what's scary. She has no shame.
None. She has no shame. That's why you can't. That's why you can't shame Mona. It's nothing that you can say to her to degrade her or diminish what she's doing in any way because she has no shame.
Anything, you can't be degraded.
Right? She can't. That's right. That's right. I agree with you. She can't be embarrassed.
He fell for it.
Yeah, he fell for it.
He fell for her. $8 grand.
Yeah.
That could have bought her a chair. That could have bought her groceries. That could have bought her a woman some new twists and her hair done.
Right. Hold on a minute, baby. Hold on a minute. Let me take care of something. Sam said, and I've been seeing a lot of blocking going on, but Sam said, respect the platform over here and the creator. This is her channel, and she has the right to speak her mind on this. Thank you, saying that, Samantha. Yes, guys, this is my platform, and if you don't like what I'm saying, you're welcome to stop listening. But you are going to be blocked because what we don't do over here is we don't disrespect the content creator. Okay, that's what we don't do over here. But you're welcome in the chat as long as you can do it in a respectful manner. And I understand that evidently you probably pro Mona or all this and all that. But if she's a scammer, she's just a scammer. And I'm gonna say what I have to say about it, no matter what you think or anybody else think, because I'm grown and this is my platform. All right. So let me go on and stop that right now. Well, a lot of people don't want to listen to wisdom. That's part of the problem. And a lot of people want to play games. But instead of you trying to get over here and learn something, which I hope that you're taking something out of this, you want to play games and you want to act silly. And it's unfortunate if you want to be asleep forever and ever. But I'm over here trying to wake people up. You don't have to listen to me or like what I say. But what you gonna do is respect me and my platform. All right, that's what we gonna do today. That's how that work over here. I'm sorry, I think I haven't said this in a little while. I think you might have forgot who I was or whatever. That's just like somebody called me on the phone the other day and try to be passive aggressive. Do you see what I'm saying? We don't do that over here. We don't disrespect the content creator. And if you don't like it, you are welcome to leave. Okay? That's how it's always been over here, and that's how it's always gonna be. Now, I'm tired of seeing these comments in my comment section. Hold on, baby. I'm tired of seeing these comments, these disrespectful comments in my comment section. Okay? I'm tired of it. Now, let's stop because we are all adults. And I can't put on this platform and have to scold people. I don't care if you don't like what I'm saying about Mona. It's unfortunate. Log off and have some freaking respect because we are all adults. Stop playing. I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead. I'm absolutely entitled to opinion. They're entitled to their opinion respectfully. But like I said, I'm not telling them not to share their opinion. I'm asking them to not talk about the content creator derogatorily. And if you have a grievance, release your grievance in a respectful manner because we are all deserving of dignity and respect. Okay? Some people, you get on their platforms and you can say whatever to whomever, including them. We can't do that over here. We got to act like we got some sense over here. Okay?
They don't allow it over there on the channel either. So don't do it over here.
You're absolutely right. From what I hear, they don't allow it over there.
No, they'll block you so quick. So if they allowed to talk in there and say what they need to say, whether it's against you or not, respectful, at least you let them be.
Right. In a respectful manner. I'm asking for respect. Respect is you need to give respect to every living thing. Respect is given a dog, is deserving of a dog. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have to get online and act like you ain't got no home training. All right? It don't make no sense like you was raised in a barn. Like you uncouth and uncivilized. We're not doing that over here. I expect more from adults on my in these platforms to do this on my channel. You go to somebody else's channel and act like you was raised in a barn, but you can't do that over here. Okay? You can't do that. You gotta act like you got some sense over here. We're not playing these games. I'm not playing these games. All right? I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. That's all really I wanted to say.
Okay, baby.
I pray for our people.
Absolutely.
I pray that we can stop being so naive.
Absolutely.
And whatever our issues, whether it be mommy issues, daddy issues, men issues, whatever the issue is, past, rape. We have a lot of issues.
Absolutely.
We gotta learn how to get therapy.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with therapy, y'all. I know how we was raised.
Absolutely.
People were saying, no, you're not crazy. It's crazy if you go there. No.
Right.
You need someone to listen to you that's not biased, that don't know.
Absolutely.
You, that's not gonna pass judgment.
Absolutely.
It's important. If you can't afford a therapist, get you a good friend. I do need a good friend. 10 years the better, because I don't do new friends.
Yeah, me either. You're right about that. I agree with that too. Yes, I do. Yes, but anyway, thank you so much for calling.
Let me call in.
Okay, I'm sorry you had to be so rudely interrupted, but girl,
that's okay.
They know I got a short patience for BS around here. Thank you, baby. Uh-huh.
All right, hon. Have a blessed day.
You too, baby. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I shouldn't have had to scold. I shouldn't have to scold adults. Y'all got me all the way messed up. If you think you're going to come over here and act like you was raised in a barn, all the way messed up. We don't do that over here. We act like we got some sense over here simply because we are trying to learn something. We are trying to grow. We are trying to expand our minds. That's what we're trying to do over here. I'm not doing this right here just to be shooting a breeze, okay? I'm hoping that you will take something out of this and you won't fall victim to not only Mona Symone, but whoever is out here trying to manipulate and scheme people. And you got to stop letting people take your kindness for weakness. Do you see what I'm saying? That is my point. That is the reason why I'm trying to do this right here. I could be doing something else because, believe it or not, I do have a life. That's why I don't know a lot of stuff that's going on in these YouTube streets. I be trying to catch up even before I go live because I have an actual life that I have to deal with. But we gotta act like we got some sense over here. That's right, Mona H. We're dealing with growth and accountability. That is what we're trying to do here. Thank you, Sandy. I'm not doing this just for boo-boo and giggles, as they say. Because I have stuff I can be doing right now. But I heard about that man's plight, and I've been listening to everything that everybody is now saying about Mona, which I've been saying a lot of it. I didn't even know that she was finessing people out of that much money. Like, I had no freaking idea she had took it to that level. But it's just... I'm just at a loss for words every time I hear another one of these stories. And I was like, well, let me get on here, and try to, speak some more words of encouragement to people, because a lot of people in this world are feeling lonely and feeling without anybody. And they get online hoping to connect with somebody. And who you're going to connect with is somebody just going to use you. They're going to try to do you and finesse you out of anything and everything that you own. Thank you to Loud Judgment Handed Down. That's what they're going to try to do, and I'm trying to make you wake up to these types of situations, because it is not right to treat people this way, to just scam them out of everything. It's like not right, Yeah, Shakira, I be in the dark about a lot of stuff that's going on around here. I don't sit around and sift through people's channels all day. I simply do not have time. But when I heard about this is why I want to talk about it, because there are a lot of people getting done this way. And it's not right. It's simply not right to treat people in this manner. And nothing you say can justify it. You intimidating people. You talking about you going to release the phone calls. Probably because this man was whispering sweet nothing in your ears, and you was leading them on to keep getting the money. Because like I said, ain't no man gonna give you that kind of money for nothing. He wants something, and you being naive. If you and you asking everybody else to be naive if you think he giving you that money for nothing. Come on now, really, a grown man? Really? Y'all doing it like that? And then to try to shame the man and make him feel bad or embarrassed about something that he said because you don't want him to expose you. You don't want him to express how hurt he was by you. So you just want to absolutely emasculate him to the point to where he probably want to hurt himself. And he trying to fight back. But you not only, now you got your other team members emasculating the man too. Like, where they do that at? Because you know you did the man wrong. Why don't you leave folks alone? Churro says, Jabba the Hutt _ Churro says he said she always had a reason why she needed it. Meds, light bill or something. Yes, absolutely. She finessed him out of the money. You know. Cindy said, girl, I need you to put my grandkids in check, okay? Lori said, anyone who would hire her to be a life coach is crazy after all. Yeah, absolutely. Smoking Truth said that Lori and they are the type that cannot say no, right? Even when it is illogical to say, even when it's logical to say yes. People should practice more absolutely confidence, assertiveness. You know, yes, those types of people are afraid to say no. Even when they don't want to do it, they'll do it anyway. You know, so you're absolutely right about that. That is the truth. You know, a lot of people out here want to be accepted. A lot of people ain't got nobody. You know, a lot of people don't have no faith. You know, because you ain't got nobody. You got somebody. You just don't know that you got God. You know, he always on your side. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't need nobody else at the end of the day. Geraldine said he's called her bluff. She keeps saying she tapes all her calls. Or how do we? She does tape all her calls. She really does, Geraldine. She tapes all her calls because she's just dirty like that. Uh-huh. This live is informative. Definitely glad I got to catch you, Miss Olivia. Got a meeting. Take care, Team Mia. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm getting ready to get off here in a minute anyway, y'all. Shakira says, I believe that Michelle is also on drugs. People don't realize prescription drug is a habit. Yes. Mona Lesson teaches people how to rob people through cash out. I'm sure she does. I'm sure they're learning a lot from being under her. You know what I mean? That's why she wants them to sign the NDA. You know, Lachey said, dang, what did I miss? I'm listening while I'm at work. Too many people. Yes, there are a lot of people pleasers. You're right about that. A lot of people pleasers in this world. And people pleasers get thrown under the bus, you know, all the time. You know, people taking people's kindness for weakness. It's what I call it. I'm convinced Mona doesn't know how. I was watching Ming's other lives for a couple of days ago, and she stated that Mona is never not live talking about somebody or making herself a victim. So, yeah, that's the truth. You know, sounded like he had a crush on her. Yes, and she used her power to get his paper. You're absolutely right about that, Brother Chris. I'm glad you're coming around. I'm glad you finally understand what it is we're trying to say about it. You know, see, I'm mad. So the professional voice out the window. So I'm only speaking in bombs. I heard that, Frank. This the truth. You know, Coco's World says thinking that they really helping, but getting scammed. Right. And it's effed up. It really is. It's a messed up situation. Harlem says drug heads are very persuaders. Yeah, they are. Lloyd says this will become Surviving Mona Symone. You got that right. I think that's what it's turning into. I think that's what Ming has named her series on her page over there, Surviving Mona Symone. You know, amen, Miss Olivia, you're speaking truth to wisdom. Thank you, the Law Judgment. Yes, please hit the like button, guys. But yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all before I go, and I'm going to close the lines because it's 12 o'clock and I really do have stuff I have to do today. You know, but I just wanted to say, you know, before I close it, let me whoever's out there, if you could hear me, you know, you are not alone at the end of the day. It's like she's addicted to going live. You are not alone. Coco said, I did a video. She said, Miss O, I did a video while I was listening to your live. I hope you don't mind. I don't mind, Coco. What was the video about? Mad Prement says, who don't want to pay attention? Who don't want to pay attention to this and still seeing anything and are just stupid? Child. Yeah, she is going to reap what she sowed. She sure is. You have a wonderful day, Cindy, too. Let me say this, y'all, in closing. Let me hang up this phone thing. Let me just say in closing that at the end of the day, okay, in your darkest hour, because it seems like Matt, he lost his parents. He was going through a lot. Do you see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, never think that you are, alone. You know what I mean? Because God is always by your side. A lot of people that say, Mama Symone, she gets saying, well, I don't believe in God and I don't do this and that. Because you know what? She wants to be your God. Do you see what I'm saying? She wants to be your God. She wants you to depend on her and her alone, so that she can control you. A lot of pastors do that in the church. They don't even understand that they're not worshiping God. They're worshiping the pastor. This is how they get all that building fund money out of you. Do you see what I'm saying? You're their savior. You're their deliverance. And that's what she wants to have. She wants to have God-like status. Do you see what I'm saying? But you reap what you sow. And like I said, I don't know, you guys probably haven't heard my series when I was talking about how people we are in the age of Aquarius. Do you see what I'm saying? And and hustlers and all these scammers and people like this, they are being revealed. You wonder why their secrets are coming out, because we are in the age of revelation. Do you see what I'm saying? We are in the age of revelation. Things are being revealed to people. Your eyes are going to be opening up even more and more, whether you want it to or not. You see what I'm saying? You're having to people are having to start standing in the truth. You know what I mean? You can't keep lying to yourself. When you seeing this stuff dead in your face, your own self, your own eyes are not lying to you. And you have to have enough faith in yourself. Because even if you ain't got faith in yourself, as long as you got faith in your higher power, some people call him God, some people call him Buddha, you call him anything you want to. Just know that it's always somebody, something walking beside you, and you are never alone. And if you are never alone, you don't have to fall for this nonsense, because this is ridiculous. It is ridiculous what's going on here. It's too much. Absolutely, Desiree. To thine own self be true. To thine own self be true. That's the quote of the day. Be true. Always be true to you, because you ain't never going to let you down. You're not never going to let you down. You have more faith in yourself and faith in your God. The way you get faith in yourself and confidence in yourself is to having faith in your God, knowing that he's never going to leave you and he's never going to forsake you. And you don't have to have him. You don't even have to call him God, honey. You can call him you. Have that much faith in yourself to not need somebody else. Because as long as you got you, you don't need nobody else at the end of the day. I'm a very solitary creature. I have been married for over 20 years, but I have never not been a solitary creature. That is part of the reason why I have been married for so long. I don't have to lean on you, because I lean on my God first. And I lean on my ability and my faith and my love for myself first, not to lead me down the wrong path. You truly have to love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, you can start loving yourself right today. Look at yourself in the mirror every morning. Go look at yourself in the mirror right now and say, I love you, or I'm going to learn to love you. Say this to yourself. Stand into the mirror. Make this your morning mantra. If you don't say nothing else to yourself, say, I love you. How am I going to treat you right today? I love you. What can I do for you today? You tell yourself that. Be good to yourself. Rely on yourself. Rely on your God. Prayer changes things. And if you don't believe in prayer, honey, you just talking to the air. You speaking into existence. Okay? A lot of people think I'm walking. They think I'm talking to myself. I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to my God or to my ancestors. That's who I'm talking to. Absolutely and definitely, you're right, Mad Primus. Forgive yourself. The mind is a powerful thing. A lot of people are depressed because of something they did in their past and they can't let it go. They can't, or something might have been some trauma. They might have undergone some type of trauma and they're blaming themselves for it. You have to let it go. You have to give yourself, that's why they say, let go and let God. Give it to God. Give it to your higher power and let them deal with it. But what you need to do is forgive yourself because you are the only you that you're ever going to have. You see a lot of weak people killing themselves because of what somebody said on social media. If you're sitting behind a screen, don't you realize that it ain't nothing you can say to me to make me shut up or make me stop saying what I'm saying or make me feel less of myself? There's nothing that you can say. Nothing that you can do. Because I know who I am. And I stand true to who I am. Don't make no sense. I'm so disappointed. And like the lady said, people have to just have to wake up, come up out of your slumber. Because it's true when they say that quote that says, my people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. That's right, Lori. Learn from your mistakes and move on. Take it as a life lesson. Everything I do, if I screw up because I'm not perfect, I am flawed. Flawed from head to toe. Flawed. But every mistake I make, it makes me a better person because I learn from it. I learn from my mistakes. I am not embarrassed of my mistakes. That's why I'm a transparent person. There's no need for you to talk to me behind the scenes or in the email or for me to give you my personal phone number so we can chatter about some YouTube online gossip. When I'm online, you need to talk to me in the comment section. I'm transparent. I don't do no other format. I don't do no backdoor this and that. And you sure ain't got to sign no NDA when you're dealing with somebody like me. Okay? I'm very appreciative of everything that you guys do for me. I just looked at my phone. Thank you for everybody that sent me a cash app. Thank you for that PayPal, Deej. I love you, baby. Deej been one of my day ones since I've been online, as far back as I can remember, along with Kareem and Sam and Cloud. Thank you, Deej. I love you. I appreciate everything that you guys do for me. Thank you. God is good all the time. Thank you, Kareem. Libra Sun Goddess says social media is the beast. Yes, he is. That's why I only have a YouTube account, nothing. And you're right. I absolutely refuse to do Facebook. Facebook is the devil. I say it all the time. I probably think I'm crazy for saying it. That thing is the devil right there. I refuse to do that. Shakira said that Lori Alex facts. It took me one time to get scammed on IG. That was the end of dealing with people online. Absolutely. Sam said, hey, man, I'm loving this. Thank you, Samantha. I just really want to tell you guys that, Team Self NY says, thank you for allowing me to speaking without cussing me out. Oh, I wouldn't cuss you out. Facebook is the devil, Blue Elephant. It destroys people's lives. So many people got on Facebook when it first got started. They didn't even realize the dysfunction that they were entering into. It took me forever to realize it destroys people's marriages, people's families. We know that we've seen people killed on Facebook. Fights started on Facebook, and all this here, honey. It's just a whole other level of madness. I refuse it. I can't do that. Can't do Facebook. Yvonne said real wisdom comes from true life. That's right, experience and learning from others with real wisdom. You're absolutely right about that, Yvonne, because if you ain't never been through nothing, how in the world you going to know how to overcome something? And you sure can't tell nobody else how to overcome something if you ain't never been through nothing. Life experience is everything. You're right about that, Lori. I agree with you. Lori says half the stuff on FB shouldn't be there. You're right about that, Lori. Chief Fly said, I pay my own bills. but people want to tell me who I can view. Honey, you can view it. That ain't the case over here. The only thing I ask for you to come on, I don't care who you view. I don't care who you subscribe to. I only ask you for respect. Don't disrespect me on my platform. That is my rule. I don't care who else group you in. I really don't care. As long as you'll come over here acting like some sense and acting like you wasn't raised in the barn, that's all I ask. I don't try to dictate who anybody can watch on social media. It's so ridiculous. I don't see why people go for that stuff. That don't make no sense. I'm a whole grown woman over here. I can't run nobody. Sam says, Auntie, I say this all the time, but here it is again. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for being a great motivator. I love you. Us as a royal couple. Me and Kareem, we love you. Thank you, guys. You know I love y'all too. Y'all mean so much to me. And I'm going to get off of here, y'all. Shakira says that, Miss Olivia, I totally agree with you. I don't communicate with anyone on YouTube offline. Me either. Any communication I do is for it's for everybody to see. Therefore, I don't have to worry about no one recording me. You're absolutely right about that, Shakira. I don't do phone calls. I don't do the email thing. I do the comment section and the calling shows. That's what I do. I feel in my spirit, Matt about to strengthen up. I feel he's about to strengthen up too. I really wanted him to call and talk to me today. And I really hope that he will do that one day. If he's listening, whenever I'm doing a calling show, I really hope that he will listen to a call and talk to me one day. I really do. That's right. Love yourself, black people. Y'all heard the general. He's commanding y'all to love yourself, black people, and love your people. Amen. Team Self New York NY. Anyway, I heard a live where a lady told someone that very thing. I know that's right. Coco said facts. Excellent live. Be safe. Be safe, Libra. I'm gonna get off here, y'all, because I gotta start my day. But I really want to come on here because I heard this story from that fella, and I felt so bad for him, and I really want to speak on it. She said, I hope my notification bell be working when Matt calls. I know that's right. Thank you, Natasha. And if you are a new subscriber, thank you so much. And thank you so much for joining and welcome. And you guys, make sure you hit that notification bell twice. Kareem and them said they didn't even get that notification this morning. And I'm so sorry. You know, YouTube is real sketchy on the notifications. But thank you guys for when you see me live, you know, yourself, you come in. I usually go live in the morning hours, you know what I mean, between 9, 10, 11. You can catch me whenever I go live around about that time because I do have to do other stuff, but I try to go live, and make time in the mornings before I start my day because if I've been out all day, when I come home, I'm not going to be able to go live. I'm going to be too tired, so that's why I try to do it in the morning. Do you see what I'm saying? Jordan, right, Miss Olivia, almost, girl, we working on it. He gonna call you. Watch. I hope he will call me one day, Franks. I would really like to speak some words of encouragement to him. Do you see what I'm saying? Thank you, Auntie. I hate to see any man be emasculated to the point to where he's afraid to speak his truth. Any man or any woman, but particularly a man. You know what I mean? Due process is great live, Miss O. I was working and couldn't participate, but I was listening. Thank you, Due Process. Right, no new friends. Thank you, Coco. Sam, my young world, love you. Okay, guys. Shakira, this is the last one. Shakira says, have a great day at Miss Olivia. You too, baby. I didn't get a notification either. I hate that. I just happened to click on YouTube and saw that you were live. Thank you, babe. I can't. I wish I could control the notifications, but Shakira, honey, thanks for checking for me. You are not a Facebook fan. No, I'm not the wrench. I'm not a Facebook fan. It's the devil. All of them says, I hope they all do. Ain't no sense in feeling sorry for yourself. Absolutely. Shake it off, honey, because life goes on. That's right. God will give it back to them. Yes, he will. Give it to God. Give it to God. Yes. Mona shook him yesterday. Yeah, I think she did from what I'm hearing. He not gonna call, but I hope he does eventually get the courage. Even if he doesn't call me, I hope he get the courage, enough to know that ain't nobody scared of Mona. All right. Give me a break. Thank you, everyone. Yes, please hit the like button on your way out if you haven't already. And guys, please pardon my last post. What did you say, Miss Devins, for me to pardon? Great live. Thank you, Frank. You did great too. You and Kareem and Cloud and Brandy when you guys were here. Thank you, Samantha. You always do great. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Without y'all, I couldn't be doing this because I can't be focusing on the calls and trying to block people when they tripping and read the comments. So thank you to my people. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Kareem the General. Thank you for Cloud when he was here. Thank you guys for viewing me today. Thank you for even being willing to listen and take into consideration what it is that I'm saying to you. Thank you for that. You don't have to agree, but thank you for simply being willing to listen. I appreciate that. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you. Geraldine said he shouldn't feel embarrassed about anything on tape because she listened and allowed him to say it. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. You just saw Matt on another live. Is that right, Lashane? Lashane? That's right, Wiley. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here, guys. You guys have a good day. You guys smile. You guys smile at somebody. You never know when a smile can save a life. She said, "Oh, you mentioned sharing my channel on Facebook. That's okay, Miss Stephanie. Maybe the Facebook will come over. Maybe it'll lead them over here. You can share it on Facebook. Maybe it'll lead them over here. I'm just not going on Facebook. It's the devil. But maybe, somebody can share it on Facebook and it could lead them over here and they could be helped over here. So you didn't say nothing wrong, M. Stephen. Thank you for saying it. Thank you. Thanks for the informative live. Thank you. Thank you for listening, Slayed by Lex. Family, and we have to allow our men, yes, to speak their piece without turning them down. Absolutely. That goes all over me, Samantha. You know how I feel about that, girl. That's why I want to talk to Matt in particular, because I feel like he's been emasculated by Mona, and that goes all over me. I hate that. Thank you for being so awesome. Enjoy. And thank you. Hello, Darren. Enjoy your day too. And thanks for subscribing. Anyway, I'm going to get off here, y'all. We're going to have to do a live about that, Samantha. And I'm going to have to get you the co-host, because there are, you hope, Miss M. Stephens, thank you so much. We're going to have to talk about women emasculating men. And Samantha, I want you to be on my co-host on that day. We're going to have to do that. Thanks, Miss O. Shout out, bro, man, and Kareem for explaining everything to me. That's all right. That's why I like Kareem to be on, my co-host when we're talking to the men. And Samantha, me and Samantha go do something, and try to teach the women that they don't have to, emasculate these men, to try to get them to work with them and stuff. You don't have to do that. You can beat anybody down with Rose. Thank you. Welcome, LaRue Carruthers. Welcome. You're a new sub. Thank you. Don't forget to hit that notification bell twice. Spoken Truth says, I love your passion, Olivia. Thank you so much, Spoken Truth. I really just want to help somebody. If I can just help one person, if I can be a blessing to one person, and change one person's life, that's a blessing to me. And that is why I'm here. And I love everybody. I ain't gotta like what you're doing, and I'm gonna correct you if you're wrong. But I love you simply because that is what I'm required to do by my God. Do you see what I'm saying? And if I love you and I say I love you, how can I not? How can I not try to speak some life into you and call out something that I feel like you're doing wrong to yourself or hurtful to yourself or anybody else? If I say I love you, I really don't love you if I'm not trying to help you. Do you see what I'm saying? Sam said, we got you, auntie. We here. I know you are, baby. I know. But anyway, love you too, Libra Goddess. I really got to go, guys. I got to use the bathroom for everything else, y'all. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Like I said, smile could save a life. And until next time, bye-bye. Peace.